fly upwards.
As you fly up, you lose sight of that opening, and now you're just looking down at this sprawling mess of tangled brush. You look dead ahead and see a closed block of a tower. As you fly forward a bit, you feel nothing. I misspoke earlier, by the way, when I said you can travel and it feels... You fly right up to the tower. You fly around it. You see nothing. There's no dragon in the sky perched on top of it. You place your hand on the tower. You touch it. You sense nothing. You feel nothing. It's a giant stone obelisk. It's circular. Sorry. It's like one of those. Yeah, an obelisk basically. Yeah. And it's just cold stone. The grass is just overgrown. It's like a mess of brushy grass, and then you can fly back. And as you fly over top,
it probably represents the tower without actually being the tower. The only way in is to actually go through the maze.
He probably built it originally like this, and then was like, "This isn't cool enough. I'm going to put it in its own little pocket dimension."
Wizards.
They are the worst.
Someday, Thamor, right?
Glorious lands back down at the entrance, and once again into your view as you're lowering Glimmer, you see through this beautiful sunny day inside.
Gotta play by the rules.
It's very important. High priority.
Alright, let's trot on in.
Must become immortal. Who cares?
What's our maze music?
Is it peaceful and wonderful? Is it happy?
It's kind of tropical.
You guys begin walking into the maze. As you do, you see a beautiful midday sun suddenly as you walk into the maze, it appears over top of you and casts shadow. The hedge maze is 10 feet on either side of you, and you begin walking this path, which slowly curves off to the left. You walk for about 45 seconds, losing sight of the entrance behind you, and sure enough, in front of you is a sundial as it opens up into a round, circular area.
I imagine we'll be coming back here a lot, so we want to place it here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Whatever you like.
You're so professional now, Jeff.
Right? I got another little overlay for the other webcam.
Oh, overlays are for professionals.
Look at that. Ooh. Check out other sessions.
My preferred camera angle.
Won't be long, Jeff. We're rolling in the...
No faces.
We'll be
it's fine.
rolling.
When we set it up usually, I'm often hid by you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because of the angle.
I'm also able to be like, I need to choose.
Unless I DM like this behind my screen.
You should just make a really tall screen.
Like the DMs of old.
Yeah.
All DM from behind a screen.
Well, I was actually thinking about putting the webcam on your DM screen.
My least favorite option.
I was thinking about getting some sort of post or pole so that we could hang the mic just outside of the shot. Yeah. Like, honestly,
big old boom mic.
I mean, if you get take a wire hanger and something that stands. And
I was thinking about buying a $50 webcam and mic combo. Kind of work half decent.
Mine is a webcam and mic combo. I don't remember how
you
much
guys
it costs.
enter here to a sundial, and there's a shadow pointing directly ahead, opposite of where you enter.
So, based on what she's told us, we should go north, northeast, and then south, in my opinion.
And south.
When she appears the second time, it changes from being the east direction to then southeast and southwest. And when she did it the first time and succeeded, she went between north and northeast. Instead of following the direction, she went in between. And then we should go in between the new directions. Which is my opinion. Titus has no opinions. So...
Titus doesn't know
that
anything.
Titus is excited to kill things, and will be very disappointed if I am correct. And this allows us to pass things.
Ideally, we won't engage in any of this tomfoolery.
We'll have to use a lot of luck. Our chances go from, if we do it correctly the first time, we will eliminate 3 options out of the 8, which will only leave us with...
I think what happens is that
I refer to my math teacher brother.
More get lit up every time. So if you get it right the first time, then a second one lights up. Like that. And if you get it right a third time, then 3 light up. And so your goal is to have shadows in every direction. is my opinion. But different ones change.
Yeah.
But north are always constant. North is the only one that's always constant. So far from her explanation.
Well, we'll find out.
I would
love
say
these
it's like
sorts of things.
an order of like, you did it correct, you get one right, like shadow.
Yeah.
It's like you passed through this way, that was the correct way to go. You've now accumulated 2 shadows.
Yeah.
You passed through this way, that was the correct way to go. You now accumulate.
She's only accumulated 3, and then she failed the next 2 times.
Well then,
So
do we follow in
we
her
need
footsteps?
to accumulate 4.
At least for the first 3.
In that case, we should probably go north, and let's be careful not to split up.
You take note as you're walking past
Did we take the wyverns in?
What do you call this maze,
No,
Brandon?
but Glorious is
Zonthal's tower.
Okay, I'd like to leave.
I don't want to tell you and you search the friggin' solution.
He's typing it out.
labeling on Twitch. So
Oh,
people, if they want to see this unbeatable maze, we can.
Yeah, Zonthal's tower, I guess.
Zonthahl.
Yes, sorry, Xonthal.
I've been spelling it wrong this whole time. Yeah.
Tower.
Like, change that.
You guys
My
walk
notes.
past, and as you pass the sundial, you take note, obviously, out of curiosity, look down each pathway, and you notice very quickly that each of these pathways either curves to the right, to the left, or down to the right, down to the left, in such a way that you can't see much beyond.
I'd like to examine the sundial itself.
Okay, please roll an investigation.
Can I assist on that?
Sure.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, like that. Cool, like this. I'm so glad I remembered my socks this time.
We'll get that perfect shot
Gotta get that angle in there, guys.
Perfect shot of her hands.
for all of our...
All get manicures before next week.
I mean, I cut my ass.
You did.
Perfect.
This is a sundial that appears, to the best of your knowledge, to be made of solid gold. It is not.
Wow, that was not what I was expecting.
It is not sitting here, free floating. It is anchored to the ground in some way. It is not small. It is large. Pretty much as I've drawn it here. It is massive.
That's so
It
much
is.
gold.
It is a 6-foot high spire of gold for this style. It becomes very clear to you that the shadow is not being cast
can't
by the
see the
sun.
shadow.
The sundial itself.
Text is too short.
The sundial itself is somehow projecting a shadow as opposed to casting
Right.
a shadow. It is magical, maybe not in nature, but has certainly been made so by Xonthal. There are runes and markings all over it, and roll Arcana, I guess.
21.
Okay, you can tell as well, just like from your familiarity with runes, this is not something you could probably scratch and alter how this works. It is probably even protected against vandalism of sorts, and yeah,
Can I?
So
He doesn't want people ruining his nice centerpiece.
exactly.
I mean, it's solid gold.
You guys, anything else?
There's no insets or anything in it.
There are no insets in it whatsoever.
Any words
No
on-
places for pearls and orange gems.
Did she ever, like, go into one of these doors and walk back?
Yes.
You can't.
You can't. Oh, yeah, because you end up back
Once
up
you
in the
make
garden.
once you make a mistake, you're stuck.
Yeah.
You kind of commit to the way.
She tried to go reverse and ended back up in the pearl flower.
The only time she succeeded in leaving was when she grabbed the pearl.
Yes, she took
And
the
got back to
pearl
the sundial
and
and
went
knocked
through,
herself
and then she
unconscious.
came back to the sundial.
Gotcha.
Every other time she's had to.
Whenever you go into a wrong room, you have to do something
If there is
to
such
get
a
it.
thing.
Yes, if it is in fact a wrong
I will
room.
do nothing. I'm
Based
going
on
to
our-
fold up a slip of paper and place it here.
Okay, fair enough.
Leaving a bread trail, are you?
If it is the same sundial, or if there are multiple, I would like to have a more solid idea.
Considering this is a extra dimensional maze, I don't know
You
if we
guys
can count
can-
on it obeying the rules.
You guys can clearly see, though none of you can recall this, the tower was directly in front of your vision. You began to curve a little bit. It went out of your vision as soon as the hedge narrowed and you couldn't see over top of it, as it was a 10-foot wall on either side of you. But it does seem to have played with your sense of direction, as the tower is very clearly right over here right now, like in the distance, in this direction. You all decide, however, to go in the direction that the shadow points, and you go for it. As you do, the path curves slowly to the right. You just walk.
Sure, it was to the east. The tower.
Hmm?
The
The tower right now is over here to like slightly north of east, so like east, northeast.
When she started, it
Or
was west.
east
Right?
of the west.
Yeah.
It was different every time.
Yeah. Just
So you guys walk on through, and the
West,
path
it's
slowly
not a
curves
good
to the right.
it's not a good marker.
Those of you who are sketched
She
out
stopped
kind
keeping
of
track.
walk a little bit, and you look behind you, and you watch as the area of the sundial, as you slowly curve, slowly kind of closes off from view. You can't see it anymore. You continue walking forward. As you do so, after about 30 seconds of walking, just kind of on this windy path, which just slowly kind of curves in the same direction, you come out to a sundial again.
No, this is good. This is what we
No,
want.
I meant to look at the sun back in the last place. Where was the sun in the last area?
The sun, shockingly, hasn't changed a lot.
I think it was-
It's just midday,
Yeah.
like dead ahead.
Where was
It's
that?
kind of like
This is what you come to.
okay. So far, word for word.
I go to look for my little slip of paper.
Sid goes over to look for his slip of paper.
Should I go east?
Nothing
The
there.
second
No
one?
trace.
I believe there are potentially multiple sundials that you are going towards. More than likely 8 in total.
Let's try and go back to the first sundial.
She did that. It was bad. I'm pretty sure.
It was bad.
Says learned Titus.
She tried
Titus is nothing.
I was paying attention.
I mean, Titus likes story time.
I listen best when I'm eating.
I'm pretty sure she did that though. Maybe not in this one, I guess.
Perhaps we should experiment once we reach the next sundial room, where we know there isn't any further progress.
Yeah, she went in the 4th time.
The fourth time?
Yeah, went straight with the shadow. Second sundial, shadow straight into the right. Went straight again. To
No,
confirm
she
everything
went
was changing all the
straight
time.
this way. She didn't. She never went back to the last sundial.
South from here
South from here.
Yeah.
to try and go back to the
No.
first sundial.
I want to see if we can find our way out.
I feel like meta kind of. No, we're figuring out a puzzle. I feel like it's like you're being teleported when you make a correct decision. So right now, this is an option
8.
to potentially
I-
go to the next sundial
Absolutely.
area, but it's also potential to wind up in another, incorrect trial. So I
But
feel
if,
like it's
if
not.
we're picking a random spot here,
And
I suggest south.
I feel
It's
like this
not
doesn't
random
lead
this
us
time,
back
though.
to
I
where
think
we
we
were
get
the
so much
answer
as
one
it
more
leads us
time.
into another
the thing
trial or
is-
potential.
Absolutely. I
So-
agree with you. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just.
so if we go this way, we
We
know
still
we'll
have-
get to a sundial that has a thing pointing southeast and
Yeah,
This
we
north
one,
and
this one, and
southwest.
this one. Line
This
up.
one comes to another sundial?
Yes, this
This
one
one
comes to a third
comes
sundial.
to a third
Yeah.
sundial.
She
and
got
this gets
there
erased, and these two exist.
In the 6th day?
She does it the 5th day, the 6th day, and the 7th
Yeah,
day.
I was about to say
and
we have one.
every time she makes the
and then
wrong
we're-
choice from then on.
So she goes northeast from here and comes to one that this is gone, and now they point here and here.
Okay.
And then in that day, she takes
So-
this one the 6th, this one the 7th, and this one
In
the
that
8th. They're always
case-
wrong.
Oh, that narrows down our options then.
Yes, I think
In
it's
that
this
case,
one.
if we go this
Titus
way
thinks nothing.
and get to the room that has
So-
things pointing here and here,
You can tell Titus when he's told to
we
go.
could try going
let
back
him
that
know
way and see if we can
things.
get back to this room.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go back until Titus doesn't care. I don't think we should go back though until we have done everything we have done. Right? Like we might as well take the correct
No,
answers.
she did. In the room that has arrows pointing here and here, assumedly,
I don't want to say I figured this out yet, because that would be very presumptuous of me. But the first sundial has one shadow.
Mhm.
If this is labeled 1,
Mhm.
we go this way.
Mhm.
This one has 2 shadows.
Mhm.
If this is labeled 2, we go this way.
Mhm.
If there's 4 next one, or is it
There's
3
three.
shadows?
Three next
Three.
Should be
one.
the next
so
one.
you think we should
So
go
we should
this way.
go this way.
Now, a sundial is a way of keep measuring time, so that's a possible connection. But
So you thought south, though? Well, this way.
between the
Yes.
two lines.
Just because the only time I know that she succeeded is when she goes in between, right?
Okay.
First time she
Right, the
follows.
first time she
the line.
follows, but the
Second
second
time she goes between.
She goes in between, and the
I
third
don't
time.
think it will be patterned. Like you have to just go in between each time.
Yeah.
That's
No.
It's hard to say.
The third
Especially
time,
if
well, then once we'll get 4.
yeah,
You can't.
4, and you'll have choices to make. Then.
So then that would be a good option. The
Because
only time is the
if
third
this
time.
is
we
a
know,
clock-
Don't
Yeah.
do this.
All right,
Right.
I think going east once we get to the third sundial room is a reasonable
That makes
check.
sense.
Because she tries.
As long as we don't go north.
She
south,
tries
east, or
both these
southwest.
directions.
She also tries north. She tries north in the 6th.
Yes, she tries all 3
That are
directions
lit
that
up.
the shadows are pointing in the third room, and none of them are correct.
okay. So we know that go. Well, let's go to the next one that we know for sure, which I believe we all voted
Yeah.
was here.
Yeah, between the 2 shadows.
Okay.
All right,
Follow the correct path.
So just so
until
we can
get
be
there.
where we need to be for my sake of visual mental.
all right. We head between the north and east shadows.
So we've
You
headed
head here.
Yeah.
north. And then
You
we've
guys
gone
again,
northeast.
looking through every single thing. Curves off. You cannot see into the distance into another location or whatever. You guys begin walking. After about 1 minute of walking, again, you look behind you, see the sundial slowly curve out of view. You continue on walking, and you arrive at another sundial.
Do we always come in through the south? The south.
Um,
Is
Or
the
do we
su-
just
when
feel
we
like
come
we
in,
up
is the
here?
sundial oriented the
Yes.
exact same way?
no, the sundial is oriented different ways.
Oh,
I am always drawing the things based on where you enter,
Okay.
which is this one.
Okay.
But no, the sundial is randomly changing and seems to be pointing different directions altogether. So one time the sundial is pointing this way, then that way, then all over the place.
If this was the
And
second
now
one,
our
it seems to
three
be
shadows are.
no, the shadows point that way.
So she's right this far.
So she got this far, and you said she went here,
She's gone.
here, and
She's
here.
followed all
Yes.
3 of those.
all 3 of the
lines.
shadow
And every
paths,
single one
and
is
none
in
of them
wrong.
were right.
Yeah, this
So-
one went to the flowers.
Very
I think
far.
this one went to the
This one went This one went to the flowers. This one came to the giants. This one came to the minotaur.
bowl
Bowl.
thing.
So let's get
It's a minotaur.
ourselves
It's in the hedge maze.
north.
I feel
East.
like she could tell the difference between bull and a minotaur.
I mean, can she tell the difference between giants and cyclops? Because she mentions the different
No.
ways different times. I don't
Never
trust this
eat
lady.
shredded wheat.
She's nuts.
Never eat shredded wheat.
so hard to do. Is that backwards?
No, it's good.
We get the gist. Though. We get the gist. We get the gist.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do sideways.
So right now, is anyone keeping track of? Yes. you
Yes,
are. God
yes,
bless
yes, yes.
you. So,
I can do this. This is the kind of thing I find fun. Titus wouldn't care at all.
so from here, our
Which makes it so
options
hard.
I
are
appreciate your help, Titus.
northeast or
What do you mean? This is whatever.
east.
Titus is ready to
We're going
kill
through the mega
anything.
dungeon. No one's making a map except Brandon.
Fizzlewick is.
Brandon is the best map maker. You pick your strengths.
Do you want to write down our options from here?
This is a
and then we can
map.
strike off which one.
We
If we got it right.
can't go.
So right now our options are
Kind of
northeast, east,
What's that,
west,
Brandon? No
northwest.
juice.
No, I
Already
ran out.
we've tried. We've tried.
Haven't remembered to pick
We
up more.
tried north.
I literally said to my wife
southwest,
like 3 hours ago. I was like,
southeast.
"No, I don't have juice for him."
So
So I'm considering
Here's the thing.
another layer.
I don't think this is right
Jack
necessarily because it can't be
Oh,
every
yeah.
time.
I mean,
because
this one,
things appear.
south is also
However,
Artist,
in a
artist
metagaming
level
way,
1.
it can't be. People can't be cutting out because it's too hard. If they can't figure out it's a
Little
clock
by
and go
little.
every-
Little by
in the
little.
same
I mean, you
direction,
can't.
right?
The more I stream, the more
So it's,
things
it feels like
Yeah.
it's got to be somewhere in
Get to.
between. It can't possibly be that hard if it's just a clock.
So this is
and
the
you
only
just
room
follow
we
it
know
every
of
time.
where the
We might as-
shadowed paths had been eliminated.
Yeah.
But the next one, it could be a shadow path. So we
Could be. I think. Well,
What?
it's a robot.
it's okay.
Viewer, guys.
Okay. Wait until if there's ever a chat
Don't
message.
freak
Then
out.
we
Cool,
can,
cool, guys.
if there's ever a chat message, we can freak out.
Someone talks
In the
to
meantime,
Jeff is definitely the viewer.
we can just try the theory.
us. Jeff is watching on
If we
every
go
possible-
east and we get to another sundial, Jeff's theory is looking really strong. And if it isn't, then we'll figure something out.
East. We haven't tried our going back yet, but okay, yeah. It's
We cur-
it's as good a
we
guess
currently
as
think
any
our options are
of them,
east or south.
Yeah,
Best guess.
one or the other.
We've got it narrowed down to 5
Why
anyway.
south?
South because it's between two shadows, but that's the weaker of the arguments in this
It
case,
is.
I think.
I don't think it would work past this one. I just also don't think it can be a clock because that seems too simple.
It seems like it, but it's also possible. So
It's D&D, the simpler
yes,
option in the puzzle.
don't discount simples, because making a complicated puzzle in D&D is usually bad.
You tend to sit in caves for days.
Puzzle with
like
more than
mine.
two
Not giving the answer even though I know it.
Yeah, that was good. I
Too
made like
bad.
one of the first dungeons or shrines you guys were in mine.
There was that like riddle.
He
on
knew the
floor.
riddle.
Yeah.
I'd read it
Yeah.
already before, and I was like, "Oh, I know the answer to this, but I can't say it."
I made you guys sit there for like a day
Yes.
or two.
So what was
The
the?
one
Did you guys
riddle I
make a
never
decision?
saw.
I didn't hear it, or
We're going
We're gonna go east,
East.
right?
So east.
Yeah.
You guys turn and walk through what we're calling the east path, and once again, just kind of curiously,
The
looking
right
behind
hand
you,
path.
the sundial slowly disappears from view, curves out of your view, and you walk for about 30, 45 seconds, and you come to an area of a headspace.
not east.
But now we can figure
You're
Well,
keeping
now we-
track of this?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this correct answer
So
is
if we figure this area out or kill everything,
north.
get the
This
thing.
correct answer
Assumedly,
is
Come
we'll
back
come
out
back
to
to
northeast.
this.
Yeah.
here, or it might add up. Like we might have been like, you completed the trial, you get to move on to the next thing, as
Right,
opposed
I
to
get to like skip it.
I mean, by her admission, when she grabbed the pearl, she came back to the one shower room. So she didn't go to the two shower room.
You come to an area, again surrounded by 10-foot hedge, immaculately kept. This is kind of like one of those Dragon Ball Z fighting arenas where there's just kind of tile on grass ground. So this is all immaculately kept, beautiful, lush green grass, trimmed and beautiful. This is like 3-inch thick, what looks to be marble or stone of some kind, tile. There's a nice little inset here of other different type of stone, and it's angled in a different way. And you notice 6 sets of beautiful plate mail armor standing here, here, and here around the outside of this kind of pad. The exit is very clearly in front of you.
are any of the armors marked with a
Kill
gem?
it.
With a gem.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
can go
fight
investigate them
something
if you'd like
in
to.
there, I think.
Definitely nothing like, here's the gem in the open face. No.
No, I'm looking for like breastplate and gem.
Nothing is marked on any of the suits of armor. They are just standard in the sense that there's no decals or symbols on them. It's
this-
beautiful.
Accurate size.
This is accurate size. I should have drawn this like there's basically a 2-foot path around the outside.
It's a little small.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
but yeah, it's accurate.
But as we walk in, they don't suddenly come to life and smack us.
Don't
They
walk
do
in.
not.
I don't think we should
Right
walk in.
now, as far as I'm aware,
Anything.
like you're barely inside.
Yeah, we're just
I
kind
don't
of at
think
the
we should walk
I'd like
threshold
to do
here.
the peripheral of the platform before I actually step up
I think
onto it.
before we enter this at all, we should just hit them.
I think before we do anything,
With
we should
javelins,
walk out the exit.
axes.
Probably won't accumulate.
Let's
It'll
walk out
have
the
to be
exit.
activated before
If we
I-
come back to this room or back in this room, at least we know it's
We
not.
can. I'm 99% sure of that.
We probably will. Let's try it.
I agree with that. We can test it.
You guys
Alright.
all walk across, keeping an eye out for these suits of armor. None of them appear to animate in any way or take notice of you in any way. You walk through the curving path ahead of you, and looking behind you, you see this area disappear from your view. And as some of you already expect, as your view opens up, you are looking at the same room. And it is as though you are approaching from the same direction with 2 suits of armor right here, almost standing sentry at the entrance, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well, that confirms the theory.
Step on the center.
In at least 2 of these trials, she had to obtain something.
There's no other items or anything in here. No gems or
Yeah, that's-
I mean,
walls or-
he didn't roll an investigation to go close on the suits, but nothing certain. There's no open
We
mass
can
with a
search
floating
them
gem
when
inside.
they're dead.
There's like looking
It's
at all of them, you
Titus's
see
opinion.
nothing.
Dragon Ball Z
Also
style.
mostly mine.
We gonna have to get in the ring, guys.
I think so.
There's 4
We should
suits of
step
armor.
in 6.
There are 6 total.
6 suits of armor.
We should step in at the same time.
Can you place them
Sure.
sort of out there for us, Brendan?
Sure.
Maybe some
Since we'll probably have to
There's-
fight them in a minute.
We'll have a lot of.
those crates,
Skeletons.
wooden
They're
blocks.
crates.
Yeah, skeleton's good.
Here I am. Look, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I want to bum some more money off you.
That was quick.
What are your intentions?
Can I have 10 gold?
Yes,
Oh, I have 10 gold.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Titus
I want
would-
it from Alia.
I owe you
If you are protecting us with your gold, then yes, you may have it.
For emergency situations.
So we all step onto the platform.
If we're under the impression that
We need to examine these things anyway, so
Do you think we all need to? Or like, she was only one person and she was able to trigger them by herself. Is it because she's the only one, so all of them
Well,
triggered it, or just one person
have
needs to?
someone step on it.
Perhaps we do this strategically.
Because if one person needs to,
I
we
have
shouldn't
the
let
highest
either of you
armor.
two.
I'll go.
Well, Titus
I
and
mean,
you
yeah, you and I might as well
clearly-
go in clearly.
Hold on. Don't get hasty there.
I saw a suicide mission and I
Yeah, exactly.
Settle down.
I'm gonna hold. I'd say Glimmer and I hold back a little ways here. I guess you have friggin' 20. You friggin' get ahead of me.
I'm a bit of a tank.
You are a tank now.
welcome to the party.
I mean, I'm in like
Or
half
perhaps-
plate now with a shield.
Perhaps we should.
I'm more
come
like
up here.
a Viking skald now, battle maiden rather than a bard. Yeah.
Maybe
We could
you
hold
I'm riding,
hands
my,
and
I'm
step
riding my
together.
armored horse.
something like that in theory, without you guys being up there currently.
Yeah.
So like 3 each.
So me and Titus will head up on the.
We will step on the platform together, but at opposite sides.
Could you pass me your
the triangle.
up there? Oh no!
Absolutely.
So I need to continuously point out that
Did you
I
want
am
me
on.
or my whatever steed?
Oh yeah, let's get the big steed. That's what
He's pretty
it
beautiful.
is.
You have a Pegasus, don't you?
No.
I do, but I forgot her.
Evan doesn't
Come
go
on,
to
Evan.
Pegasus. Why don't you
She's
just pack
big.
Why don't you just pack the Pegasus?
I did originally.
OBS really
Oh.
turns up the heat.
I mean, we could take any extra heat. Nathan's got a blanket.
Stepping
I've got
on
fuzzies
to
on.
this decorative panel,
That is true.
you all wait
You're gonna go
for
there?
the familiar dungeon
right beside it.
and hear nothing and experience nothing.
Okay.
Everyone
I will
step
go
on.
over to this first armor and do a more thorough examination of its interior and
Roll
exterior.
investigation.
Who's got good skills? Not me. 7 minus 1, probably 6. Is there an
6.
obvious
So you
gem?
look at it, you see nothing, you're kind of peeking in through. There appears to be nothing inside of it, it's hollow. You lift up the visor on its thing, and it suddenly goes and swings its sword at you.
Whoa! Hey,
It misses
Bad
as you were
touch.
expecting it, dodge out of the way, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
bad touch. All right.
I love that.
Neat. Horse.
Advantage? I'm not.
Alright, hit me.
14.
14. You've got higher dice.
5.
Jeez. Titus?
You get advantage.
Yes, I do. I couldn't remember. 13.
And don't
Last
forget
time we played
Glorious.
Titus, we just
Glorious.
12.
we
Man,
just
I'm gonna have to.
talked to dragons a bunch.
I
Titus
guess
needs to
yellow.
remember what he
Yeah,
does.
sure. I'll
12,
remember.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
She's in there.
That's why she's wearing plate mail.
That's why she's got armor. She's here to do great.
Goodness me. Alright. That first one, that sit attack, swings again.
I like positioning of things.
First one with a 18 to hit you. I'm sorry, 18. Good glory. What was I thinking? Sorry,
So foolish.
14 to hit you.
14 misses.
And 21.
21 will hit.
Okay. It swings out and hits you, dealing a total of max 8 points of slashing damage.
Oofus.
Next one. So that was number. We're gonna call him. Which one was that? The Revenant. So you are number 2. Okay. And then we're going on with the White, which is going to be number 1. Okay. It walks up to you, Evan. Glimmer.
Yes.
And swings at you with a 17.
Yes.
14.
Wait,
Yes.
he's 20 now.
Swings out. This one has no sword. It's just kind of beating at you with this arm. Okay? It misses both of
I was
them.
wondering who I should.
There's
defend
3 of
first.
them.
Next
At
one
its flat, it's 18.
is going to be the armless one, which is going to walk up to Sid. Crits you on the first one
Got him.
and misses on the second, dealing a total of 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it just slams you with its fist.
With a crit, you did 4 damage.
Yeah.
These are just animated armors.
So,
Also,
now it is
they
on to
really rotate.
all of you guys,
Now
with
they
the
have-
exception of Glimmer. Sid.
I think Haleo goes up for me
Oh, sorry, you're right.
with higher dex.
Yep, you're right. Haley,
I'm going to attack the one beside Glimmer
go ahead. That is the White. Got it.
with Sharpshooter.
All right.
It lifts up his wings and then just straight through the feathers.
That is a 16.
Misses.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Not Sharpshooter.
Okay.
Damn. 15.
Your 2 arrows fly past you and just bury themselves and disappear, the arrows, into the hedge maze behind it.
They're big,
Yeah, any movement, Haley?
literal walking
I'm comfy.
suits of
Sid.
armor.
I will aim for caped.
Go ahead.
Guess who's got 2 attacks now? With my first attack, I will roll a 12.
Misses.
That's right on the money.
Are you using your fancy new longsword?
Second attack, I wasn't actually.
Use it.
Damn it. Is it the best weapon?
Yeah, why not? It only gets the extra when it's fighting a dragon, right?
It only gets the 3d6 when it's fighting a dragon, but it's still a +1.
So with second attack, also
Let's do it
12. And then with the third
You're doing
attack,
great, guys.
offhand bonus action.
Offhand bonus action.
Well, wait.
Swing and
Oh, that's a 27 to hit.
that'll hit.
Oh, now I have 2 different blades I need to distinguish. Nope, they are the same
When would I
damage
use
type.
Elegant Maneuver?
Let's investigate. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
Anytime you want to make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Ty's
Doesn't mean
gonna...
you can just
You
do
watch
that
as
anytime,
Sid
right?
just kind of
It's like, hey, do you need to climb that wall? Okay, I have advantage.
attacks and draws his blade
not really used
against
for combat.
the thick
Not
plate
as
armor, showing a scratch in the armor, but not doing too much damage.
Which one was it?
The
But I
Revenant.
mean,
Yeah.
maybe like
Yeah.
during combat you have to like jump up.
That is a Revenant, right? Evan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you can just tell by sight.
Titus walks up to the same one that he saw Sid attack with 2
Athletics checks are grapples.
Not
If
unless
you're gonna
you
grapple
Not unless
something.
you're, yeah.
Yeah,
with 2 hands, winds up for the classic swing that you see Titus
The
do so many
classic
times.
Titus.
Not raging, but I am. The other thing I do, whatever that is, and reckless. Wow, I don't hit it first time.
Okay,
We're doing great, guys.
swings and comes down the side.
Great.
Oh, I do the second. That's a 22.
Reckless attacking with the 22 comes down and makes contact on the second one.
For that's 11, 21, 28 damage.
You watch as Titus's swing literally comes down and just like the whole suit of armor just crumbles beneath it and splays itself out all over the ground nearby. There's a helmet over here and a gauntlet over here. Just pieces of armor just kind of are shattered everywhere. And next up is
Glorious.
yeah. I'm assuming that was you took your movement and stuff as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Glorious is ready to go.
Glorious just rears up and kicks this thing with the toes. Get him.
Glorious fights.
Good try.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. I don't think that's gonna do
Not
though with
great.
the 18 AC.
That's not going to do.
Just trying, just
Good
trying.
What do you mean 18 AC? You don't know me.
I know what
these creatures
animated
are.
armor is. I've used it numerous times.
Alright, so Glorious
Stop
does
metagaming.
nothing. Any movement for Glorious?
Glorious is going to stand it right there.
Alright, number
Protect
3,
you.
which is the ghoul, right here, turns and goes straight to Sid. Sid, with its first attack, a 14, which I know does not hit you, and an 11, which I know does not hit you. It comes out just again with two giant gauntlets, like two big, heavy metal fists, swings at
Big
you, and you're
box.
just literally dodging, using everything in your arsenal, as you are a very powerful and skilled warrior at this point. Dodging deftly.
Doing that cool block
The
with the
next one,
sword,
number
block with the
5.
sword.
This is the skeleton 1, which I'm going to say is that top one. Goes straight to Titus. Titus, it swings at you with a 16, which I know misses now, and like a 11, which also misses. These two gauntlets again, poof, poof, and actually they hit you. You just don't even register it. Like you're just such a tank at this point that it's just kind of beating against you, and you're just kind of
Titus
like
is just a
they're glancing off
ball of
your
muscle.
armor or non-armor.
He is 5 feet, 175,
And then the last one,
170
the last
pounds
skeleton
of
is going to go also to Titus up here and do the same thing. This time, ooh, that one might hit with a 23,
Yes.
which does 5 points of bludgeoning damage as it just comes up to try and beat on you. Glimmer.
Wall of fire.
Fair enough.
Dex saves.
Dex
Can you
saves.
curve it like that?
I sure can.
Okay.
Wow.
Can you guys, Sue, please keep track of this one's success or fail? Nathan, this one. Jeff, this one. Evan, both of the skeletons, please.
Okay.
So first one, Sue, was a dex save. 7,
Fail.
18,
Pass.
9,
Fail.
12,
Fail.
18.
Pass.
So these
Seriously,
two pass,
two
these
18s.
3 fail.
Fail.
What's the
Fail,
deal with
fail,
that?
fail.
Come on.
Pass, pass.
What's
Big.
the deal with housing?
28 fire damage halved for successes.
All right. So which were the failures?
This
Number-
one, this one, and this one.
So number 5.
Fails.
These are fails.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha. So
These
failures
two are
were
successes.
1. Oh, so the white was a fail. So 28, Evan.
Yep.
The next one that was a fail was
this?
the ghoul.
And then skeleton,
2, I believe.
lower skeleton.
Lower skeleton,
skeleton
which was
that-
skeleton 2. That's skeleton
Yes.
number 2.
Yeah,
was
those
the other
guys
one.
all failed.
Got it. Thank you. Okay. And then the other ones all took 14.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that revenant we never found in your game? Is it still alive? It died in the void, didn't it?
You watch as this blazing wall of fire. Did Sid not have to make one? Can you weave it in amongst them and
I
stuff?
can literally
Yeah.
direct it,
Yep,
so it makes it like a weird kind of V.
This flame just erupts and causes them all to kind of step back and kind of gather themselves, but they are none of them down. Glimmer, anything else on your turn?
And for the rest of my turn, I immediately drop concentration.
On the wall of fire.
Yep.
So it's down.
Down.
Got it. Top of the round. Number 2, the Revenant
Is
is
dead.
down. You guys watch as unmistakably an arm, a gauntlet goes, and every piece of this set of armor begins rolling and tumbling or crawling its way back together, and you just watch as it rights itself and is standing before you once again. The white right here looks at you, Glimmer, swings. 11
Miss.
swings. Nat 1.
Nice.
Just 2 giant fists miss you completely. Number 4.
Hiding in the corner of my shield.
The armless one, the one with the arm on the ground, reaches out towards you, Sid. First one, 16 to hit and 21 to hit.
That one succeeds.
Succeeds. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it just reaches out to beat you. Hit him.
I will fire upon this one again.
Okay, go ahead.
16.
That's a big
16
nope.
misses and
Bonus action attack.
yep.
Oh,
Sick.
Brutal rolls today.
We're doing great, guys.
Once again, you just see these two small holes appear in the hedge behind this creature.
Hello!
Sid.
Shoot them, hello!
Now's your chance.
Uh,
Why didn't you give him like
you passed, didn't you?
+7?
I only have
Strike
32,000.
one on
That's
this
My
target.
+1 bow was almost
Is
2
a
grand.
29 to hit,
Unless you have a negative
I'm
modifier to hit.
Elio confused
which
with this.
does 11 points of damage.
Okay. On which one was that, Nate?
The one that had passed originally, so you take an
11
14
points?
plus 11, yeah.
Gotcha, thank you. Ooh, that's a convenient number. It still stands, though you can hear the rattle of its armor kind of jingle.
I will go second strike
Shake,
on
shake,
him
shake.
as well.
Definitely
11,
hits.
19 with a 10.
Exactly what you needed to collapse this set of armor as it falls down, and just as you've seen before, pieces rumble everywhere. All right.
And
Yep.
with my offhand bonus action,
Hiya! The ghoul. Go ahead. That'll hit.
Yep.
Sid. On fire.
10
Rocking it.
points.
10 points as you drop yet another creature which
Sid, you're amazing.
shatters and
I
clangs.
got it back and now I don't.
Shatters and clangs to the ground. And just kind of the armor all scatters about. Okay, that was the ghoul, which is 3.
I think we're gonna
And
We gotta take a
which
minute.
was the other one that's down right now? The armless one?
Armless.
Yeah.
Which was 4, so we'll put you down so you can rebuild. Okay. Titus,
Why would I hit this one that hit me?
go ahead. That would
Ow.
be skeleton number 5, I believe.
Dare they.
Or 6, I mean. He's not graceful. He's not glorious.
With my meta knowledge, it doesn't hit with a. Oh no! Well, 18. Does 18 hit?
18 hits.
You have to check.
I forgot
Are
that
you
my
reckless
thing
in-
went up. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, we all got a proficiency bonus. Praise be.
That's 27
27.
damage.
You just destroy this thing as its pieces go flying in every direction. Please drop them.
Turn to that other one.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Oh, that won't hit for 14.
It will not hit. All right. Anything else, Titus?
Did I
Glorious.
successfully get them to run away?
Let's do this, horsey. Come on. Gonna attack this one.
Yep. Go ahead.
22 to
That'll
hit.
hit. Go horsey.
Horse.
He's like, wow. What does a horse do? What does a Pegasus do for
I
damage?
know. That is a whopping
Ah,
13
Yes!
bludgeoning
You guys
damage.
watch as Glorious rears and just beats this thing, and it goes flying against the edge of the hedge maze as
It's
it is
truly
dropped,
amazing.
please.
Yeah.
Good job, Glorious.
And
Titus is amazed that the horse is doing something fun.
it's shattered just everywhere. On to
Not a
number.
girl, not a girl.
Anything else for the horsey?
Horse will remain where she is.
The skeleton standing next to Titus will reach over and attack him with a advantage on this because you're reckless.
Yes.
So with a 19.
Nope.
Okay. And second
Those
attack.
fancy new bracers.
Nope, neither one of those will hit. Comes out just,
Can't touch this.
and you're just blocking these with ease. Glimmer.
less cookies, more map.
Oh, wait, sorry. This one also, number 3, the ghoul. You guys watch as it rebuilds itself. You also watch as the skeleton lowest to me rebuilds itself.
Okay.
All right, Glimmer.
Constructs. Nasty bits of work.
Not really good for charming.
No, not
Glimmer.
especially great.
You're magic. Surely you know what these things hate.
I am magic,
I am magic.
and that's about as that's about as far as it goes.
Do I get to add my modifier to my crossbow expert bonus attack?
I
I
will.
think it would specify in crop. Technically, no, as a bonus attack. I don't like as a bonus action attack.
It is.
I think only if crossbow expert specifically says that.
Only
It's
if
typically
your
no.
crossbow is an offhand crossbow.
Okay.
If you're just bonus action attacking with that same crossbow in your same dominant hand, you do get to add your attack your bonuses. Only when you're attacking with an offhand weapon do you cut your
Okay.
bonuses.
Cool.
So
Unless
Sorry,
you're like
Glimmer,
me
go
and you're
ahead.
taking feats and thousands of little
I will
loops to
attempt
do
a
stuff.
vicious mockery
Okay.
on this one.
Please go ahead.
Make a wisdom save.
You looking rusty.
That is a 5.
You hurt its
Fall
feelings.
apart, please, you useless pile of frickin' metal. Take 2 psychic damage.
You hurt its little bitty feelings.
2 whole psychic damage on the ghoul, which I believe has just recently rebuilt himself.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
It just rebuilt itself.
Okay. Top of the round.
Please eat them. It made so many.
This one
So
walks
many.
up to you, Sid, and attacks. 17,
Miss.
12.
Miss.
Both of them miss you.
Why do you have such high armor? They usually
Please
don't get
rebuild the white
Even
as
though they just keep standing up, so we'll be here forever.
as it rebuilds itself. And number 4,
We're all
the
back up.
armless
Hey,
rebuilds
friends.
itself. Elio.
Shooting again.
Friendly
Actually,
friends.
I'll hand crossbow in my offhand because you guys are sticklers. And I will rapier this guy.
Okay, rapier him. Go ahead.
18.
That just hits.
Hooray!
Your vicious rapier.
Hooray!
Very vicious. It's just a regular rapier unless you crit.
That is.
Yeah,
Sorry, I forgot.
add the rest.
Look at that all this here, guys.
What
There you
is
go.
happening?
I think it's over 10.
What are you?
What's over?
You a rogue?
My hit.
Yeah, on skeleton 5.
Like a shitload of damage.
All rogues?
Just is it 20 or more?
17. Yes, it's more than 20.
Touch
Okay,
your
fair
face.
enough.
Oh,
This
that's
is why
20.
Titus doesn't like you. I forgot.
That what? What'd you say?
It's 20 plus some. Do you want the exact
No,
number?
no, as long as it was over 20. That's
Oh,
all we
yes.
had left. You watch as number 5 falls down and crumbles.
And I will bonus action shoot this next guy.
Go ahead.
With the offhanded
Roll to
crossbow.
hit. Skelly number 2.
Yeah.
That's 23.
That hits.
So don't add your attack modifier, guys. Your bonus damage.
Why not?
Which
Your
one did you
dex
just
offhand.
drop?
It's in.
That's why I.
It's in your offhand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just rapiered that guy so I could offhand my
My
crossbow.
crossbow.
Yeah. So when it's
But
offhand,
that seems
you don't get the
difficult.
dex damage bonus. If it's in your main hand, you do.
You guys need to specify here.
That's what I was specifying to you.
Oh, well.
That is what he said.
Well, whatever. We'll
Roll
fix it
back-
next time.
Roll back the tape.
This-
2.
yeah. Whatever is in your offhand does not get your damage
Okay.
bonus.
Forever, it's in my main hands.
Okay.
And I'll just be unloading on things.
Thank you.
Sid. Halo, if you want to move, please do so. Sid.
The wheel turn to the caked figure.
Got it.
And I will make my first attack.
Go ahead.
It is a 22 to hit
22 would definitely hit.
with an 11 points of damage. Is he still up?
He's definitely still up.
Second hit is a 19
Hits.
It's interact with object.
with a
Action.
12 points of damage.
So if I knuckle the one
Still up.
that's used for armor,
And the
I can
third
just pick
attack
up
is a 18
Hits.
Assumably.
with a
There's so many of them.
8 points of damage.
Still up. You just. Yep. He was full health. He just rebuilt. So you just come at this guy, hard hitting. You can hear his armor rattling, but he is still up. Anything else, Sid?
No, that's it. That's all that I'm
Titus.
capable of doing.
Let this attack that one in front of me.
Okay.
We need to drag you here,
The
guys.
first attack is
Yeah,
way
I
over
might have
20.
to turn up the heat. I was trying
The
to
second attack
resist
is
because they
also
were so
way over 20.
Do it.
That is 9, 10, 11.
That's that standing skeleton
14.
suit.
Yes. 13 plus 34.
Okay. You watch as it
47.
just crashes and crumbles to the ground, and
One
with
attack.
this,
2 attacks. I did both.
with the crumbling crashing of this skeleton to the ground, Titus, only you, having it happen right in front of you, notice that a blood red jewel of some sort crumbles from within the armor and goes bouncing along the ground. It's about 10 feet away from you. We'll say it's over here.
Let's grab it and run.
I'm gonna go pick that up.
Titus goes over
It's mine now.
and picks up this blood red gem.
Titus is gonna go stand.
You notice, Titus, as every suit of armor goes like this and looks right at you.
I say toss it.
He is nothing. Titus is in blood rage.
Titus isn't raging.
He isn't.
Nope.
Okay.
But none of us saw this.
It wouldn't be worthwhile for Titus to rage. We have many of these to go. These are easy. They're not gonna hit me.
Halio, with your perception, you see this happen. Only because he went over and stooped and like, in the middle of battle, you see Titus go over and pick something up. You're like, what the frig? You notice it, and you're not engaged. You see it.
Titus will yell for everyone to look for a gem when they kill something.
Well,
Very
there's probably
vaguely.
only one. Everyone run!
Titus doesn't.
Pegasus.
Unless you tell Titus to leave. And unless she tells Titus to leave. Titus
Halio
doesn't
has
listen.
just run. There's only one gem. Everyone run.
Titus doesn't listen to you. Titus definitely
Yeah,
listens
21
to
to the white.
It hits.
Kind of listens to
Yes.
Sid.
Take him out, Glorious.
We have an okay relationship.
7 bludgeoning
He's
damage.
uncomfortable
whopping blood-
and
bludgeoning
obedient to
damage.
Glimmer. Doesn't like it.
Number
but
3,
it's
the
there.
ghoul goes up to you, Sid. Classic, misses both. Then this one, the skeleton
one.
that's down, raises
Hi, friend.
itself. Number 6, the other skeleton that was already standing. No?
No, this one was down.
I
picked it
forgot
back
to kill
up.
him. Got it. So he rebuilds himself.
Both of them do?
Yes, because this one was
Oh.
5 and this one was 6. His turn is now gone. Glimmer.
This is not the answer. Unless it is.
It is the answer. We just need to leave now that we have the gem, right? Just like she had the pearl, she could leave.
Or possibly, now that we
But
have
she-
it, they won't regenerate, but that's...
I mean, he
But
just
that one just
regenerated.
did.
Never mind, my theory was
That,
wrong.
yeah, that was also my theory.
Because that's the first time we've killed that.
My only issue
Oh,
is
no.
when she took
No, it
the
isn't.
pearl.
Yeah, now that we have it, now that we start killing
That's
I think-
the second
I,
time
I think we
we've
killed him once already.
We've killed him twice.
All of them have been killed at least once
Yeah.
before this happened.
Yeah.
But now that we have it, if we knock them down, will they get back up? I mean,
Again, we had it and they just picked
I
themselves
mean, we
up.
can try and leave.
I'm-
But
now that it's like,
when she
restarted,
took the
that
pearl,
might have been like the last free
it
one
didn't
that they get before it's like
change.
No,
reset.
but she got back to. She grabbed the pearl and flew into the sundial and got knocked out.
yes, but
So
the
she was
shadows
able to
hadn't
leave.
changed.
That's fine.
So yes,
I think we can
Another
just
option.
yes,
leave
it leaves,
now.
and then we have to take a different path.
Yeah. I think we can just
So
leave
there is
now.
no.
Yeah.
The gems are only allowing you to leave.
Right.
So there is no point in
Right.
fighting things. You just got to take whatever you can and leave.
Right.
Okay, that's good to know. We've established something. Everyone get it.
Agreed.
Everyone
I
get
mean,
it.
is Titus
Disengage
going to lead a fight?
and
If Glimmer tells him
mount
yes. Titus is
for
raging
half my movement,
Yep.
which is.
He also listens to Glimmer.
So I have 10 movement left,
because she makes him uncomfortable.
and. Burp, burp. We're leaving.
Got it. The Revenant.
Technically, the mount. I was disengaged. No, I'm mounted. Okay.
The Revenant goes straight over to Titus. Sid, you can take your opportunity attack should you desire it.
I might as well, I guess. That's, oh yeah,
That
I was
hits.
going to beat him, and that's 9 points of damage. I feel like he was very close to
He
beating me.
drops as he walks past you. Shatters. Okay, so that's 2 that's down. The White walks past both Sid and Glimmer and Pegasus
I
and
used
walks
my one,
straight
so-
towards Titus and gets all the way over there.
User.
I'm gonna dagger that sucker so
Go
hard.
ahead,
Kick
please.
it. Side kick it.
Yeah!
Yeah,
Got him!
Can't the horse also take it?
The horse has its own separate actions and can attack and stuff while I am dismounted from it.
But
when
when
we're
you're mounted,
mounted,
you're
we're
one.
one person, basically.
That's fair. That makes it more balanced.
Take 6 piercing damage as
Oh
I
my
just
goodness.
jab that sucker.
Hello, friend. Hit me.
It tries to and misses horribly as you are just an insanely quick little dwarf. And then
I'm just a crazy
the
person.
armless one walks straight over Again, passing everyone, but you've all used up your opportunity
Just
attacks.
make a circle. You're just making a circle.
And
I can
it
definitely
hits you with the
retreat.
second one, I think, with a 23.
Yeah.
Alright, so with 23 is going to do a whopping 5 points of bludgeoning damage on you.
Exactly the same as last time.
Alright, we're on to Helio.
Ew.
Leave. Get out.
We need you to come with us.
I mean, Titus is 2 turns behind you and he can move faster than you? He can.
No, but if I leave, I'm just gonna come back out here.
Do you think we have to hold hands?
Yeah, it depends on how
Maybe. It's a
much
transmission.
we're
I feel like
Everyone's gonna be touching.
I feel like as long as I'm ahead of you, which I'll be at the same place as you, I'm 15 feet away from you. Titus can move 45.
What's the harm if you run down there and
Sure.
you come back? Then
I
you're
will
just here.
Take a shot at this guy.
Okay, go ahead. Skeleton number 5.
So Titus will still pass you if he.
Yeah, sure. I'll move.
Titus won't disengage. Why
That
not?
one.
That one.
Bonus
That's
action.
Hit.
Hit.
Okay, go ahead and give me some damage.
4.
plus.
Wow.
No, you
Good
got it.
catch.
20, 25, 20, 29.
You just blast this air, which, like, ricochets off the armor, but just vibrates the whole thing. It still stands.
Ah, still alive.
Um,
And then he just hoofs it down.
how far can you travel, or how far do you?
You can
You go.
hand
I'm going to
30.
be pretty
Like,
cautious.
do you use your full movement, or
No.
no?
I'm going to move like 10 feet down.
Okay, that's fine. See you right there.
Can we estimate how far we've gone before? Like when we traveled down the paths before,
It was a
between
45
A
second
and B.
walk.
A 45
Yeah,
second
it'd
walk,
be
so
about
like-
150 feet, anywhere from 100 to 150 feet. At a
I'll
casual
use my
walking.
full movement then.
So I was gonna say, I feel like we just have to do it before we
Full
enter the
movement.
next area.
30 feet.
30 feet. In 30 feet, it curves just enough, Jeff, that you can still kind of see them all there, but it's like a little sliver of what's left. Okay. Next up, I guess, is Sid.
I'm going to use my action to disengage.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. At 15, when is Titus going? I'll
Titus
use.
is after you.
Okay, so that was my action. 15 feet of my movement. I'm going to use my offhand bonus action attack on that guy, which is 17 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. Okay, tried to get that path clear for you. Sorry.
I'm just gonna take the
20,
opportunity.
25, 30.
Oh no, I shouldn't. I should just disengage. That's fine.
Okay, very clearly still right there. Sid, you didn't get far enough for it to really curve out of your view, so you still got a view of most of that channel. Titus.
I don't think you can disengage and go through enemy.
As soon as Titus
Can't go
steps off,
through it.
We're on a
as soon as
platform. I thought
Titus
this was-
steps off of this pad, all the armor just crumbles to the ground and he
You defeated them all, Titus. Well done.
Titus puffs up his chest with pride.
Oh, swell.
I literally forgot we were on a platform and thought that this was Maze Wall.
no.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Titus could get out.
As you all walk together, you come.
Holding hands.
Is Home Alone music?
Nope.
That
To a
sounds
sundial.
Like
If I may.
some sort of Zelda. Okay, so they don't come with us.
Vibes like Harry Potter music.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you left Titus behind.
Sorry.
Very Harry Potter-y.
You
Titus
come
the one
to
holding
this
the gem.
site.
But
And it's the
what
same.
do we see? It's literally the same. Okay. So defeating the trials does not accumulate anything.
Assumedly.
Assumedly because every time we've entered and correct with sundials, the shadows have changed.
Yes, we need to find the correct path.
So
There is still the very likely possibility that these gemstones mean something.
I mean, I'll hold on to it.
Oh, yeah.
has it disappeared or anything?
Like,
Sid goes over to see if it has disappeared, and sure enough, there in Titus's possession is the bloodstone.
It's not a bet that I would like to find the end result of, but I suspect that if we were to travel east now, as we did previously, we would come to the same room and be able to pass through with the gem.
potentially. You never
Just
know.
gives you,
Maybe
a
like
path.
his door at the end of this needs all the gems to unlock. Who knows?
I think
In any case,
Suzanne thinks Nathan is right.
So
There's-
Titus thinks we should go. Thinks nothing.
we've eliminated east. We are theoretically coming out of south. That leaves west, northwest, and northeast.
True.
I still think we
But
can go south.
this being a multi-dimensional path, I think
south
south is
is still
still
an
an option.
Agreed.
The only things that aren't options
I mean, going through
Are
Lost
north,
Woods, you could go back and
southwest,
back,
southeast,
end up in a new place.
and east.
So our clock theory is disassembled.
I would choose south last out of 1, 2, 3, 4 options. I'm feeling northwest at a guess. What does everyone else want to do?
Are we voting as ourselves or as our characters? Because I have
I mean, you can
two
definitely.
different
The
answers.
fun of the puzzle is speaking as Sue, but then being like Titus as a character. You obviously get to say your piece as a
Sue
player.
thinks we should go south. Titus thinks we should do whatever Glimmer says.
I am the boss.
Titus feels mildly
You are the
uncomfortable when
leader
you
of this
say
party,
that.
Glimmer. What do you say?
Oh, you spoil me.
What does Elio think? Or does Elio not get a choice because he voted the last one?
Elio, out of the bushes.
Oh, you can see me.
Stop hiding.
Just a nose peeking out of the hedge.
Like the Simpsons.
You truly are the master of disguise.
I mean, we tried my idea last, so
I think, as I mentioned before, our second guess was Between the Shadows. And again,
Between
it has
aliens.
as much merit as any other path because we don't have any other logical deductions here.
So it is just a guess. Shall we let this? And I bring out the dice. The dice decide. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 options. You want to roll a d4 for it?
We can also.
I would rather, instead of doing random, I'd rather try and do something
Try and
Then I
make a
would just go
deduction.
exactly with purpose.
I really don't think there's
Titus
a
can
reducible
cast-
path.
It's-
I think it's just one of those trial
It's
and error.
very
You figure it out
potentially
as you
that,
go.
Maybe.
but we might as well try something.
Unless you can see a pattern within the first 3 that we chose where the first you enter, it's just go north.
To
the
get
north.
here, we went in between shadows. I thought maybe 1,
Hmm.
2, 3. It's not. So let's try in between shadows.
What's the birthday of the lizard? Can we use that?
You didn't do any history checks before you came in with people who might know these sorts
Titus
of things.
can cast
As far as I was aware,
spell.
Xonthal's just a crazy old sucker. that
and
no one's
ask
seen.
a
Who
question
cares?
once.
Screw him.
You can do what now?
Titus can cast augury and ask a question.
You can
once.
ask the spirits.
But is it worth it now?
I mean, you yet to use this in this campaign, so
I have not used augury, you're correct. I've used clairvoyance once. Which just no good. It disappeared before the dragon
So-
came back.
be it that you this is the first time I've even heard of this thing. Yes, ask the question.
Well, your grannies aren't divine, right?
And they're ghosts.
They're just like your ancestors. They'll just have dwarven opinions on like, well,
They
You
just,
receive
"Ah, I don't
omen
care."
from an otherworldly entity
Do what
about
you
the
want.
result of a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So basically, what I think we'd have to do is pick a direction, and they could tell us
if it leads to
good,
danger.
bad, both, or nothing. Basically, is what I can receive
Yeah.
as an answer.
I think they just have
They should have set
otherworldly knowledge of things.
Do we
live
want
in
to?
all the other dimensions.
Oh, let's ask them for south, and then we can
Yeah,
eliminate.
that's the thing. If we
That's
ask,
the thing.
what will happen if we go south? They'll tell us whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Now,
I can only cast
the
the
thing
spell
is,
once a day.
if getting the gems is in fact a good thing,
I think
I don't think it is. I
And
think it's just like a
if
call
getting the
cast.
gems is a good
it's
thing,
Definitely the hall.
and she says this is good, and we go that way and there's gems, then we know the gems are important.
okay. Titus, do you want to ask your grandmothers if we should head in the southern
Titus,
direction?
ask Gram.
Sure.
Using something called what? Augury?
Augury.
Yeah.
All his ancestral
It's a-
spirits that have
it's a
typically been
divination
protecting him
stuff.
in battle. He can just
Yeah.
summon one up and ask a question.
You choose random from the following possible omens: wheel for good response,
Ever seen those
woe
little,
for
like,
bad results,
spirity things floating around?
both for both good
Little
and bad
flame?
results, or nothing.
Sure.
Results that aren't especially good or bad.
Titus is got a connection with his ancestors.
We're specifically asking for south because I can only I have to ask a
He talks with
specific
ghosts.
course of action.
Sometimes you kind
So-
of see them phase in behind them, like these
It's-
grandmother ghosts are just like kind of.
I just love that we've made it canon that they're all grandmothers.
It's a fairly downplayed aspect of his being.
Titus just sits down, not in meditation, but just legs straight out this way. Just kind of flumps down on the ground and starts drawing in the sand these symbols that he's been taught since he was a child. At which point he just starts doing this. With this weird, like, low guttural noise.
Did we throat singing?
And then suddenly, the rest of you...
Oh, Titus!
The rest of you can all just kind of sense this weird shift in the air and hear something like... Titus, for you, this ethereal being comes and sits right down in front of you and goes, "What do you want? You're waking me up."
Throw me some water. Don't throw me water. Just pour me some water.
Hi,
You've never been certain if this is something that you're hallucinating or if it's actually happening.
Or if it is grandmother.
It could very well be both at the same time. We want to know south. Is south the right choice?
She just goes, "Do it," and fades away.
Does she give us the wheel or woe or the...
Yes.
You would give us wheel.
You are given wheel.
These are technically straight things. I believe they actually answer me in my...
Yes.
Yeah.
Wheel.
Technically, I believe she gives me answers because it's not...
I have a disguise
A.
kit. I should use that more often.
Yeah. Because
Like, I think in actual
when you-
augury, it's dice.
yeah, in actual augury, it's like
But for me, it's a
casting
human.
bones or like laying out cards.
Okay.
And like, oh, the cards say this will be a good idea. Or
Right,
something
okay.
like that. And so it's not.
But
It's
you
not
were reading
essentially.
something differently though. Or yours isn't.
Yes, mine
Hers is
slightly
specifically
different because
flavor
it's
to
a...
the flavor wise. It's her
Yeah.
ancestors talking to
Because
her.
I'm an
Yeah, sure, so
ancestral
that's fine.
guardian
Yeah.
barbarian.
Just
so my
comes down and
ancestor
goes,
physically
"Do it."
comes to me. Yeah.
Freaking do it.
Yeah. Augury is
Graham
by
said do
casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool. You get an omen.
All right.
Yeah, I don't. My
Yeah.
person just appears and is like,
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
yeah. they still technically say the outcome,
Or if it's wheel and woe, they're like,
but mine is an actual being, and
All right.
I don't do anything. I just call.
what's the skinny?
South?
South. Well, I think we have a direction.
According to the grandmothers, it's as good as anything.
Hey, look, it's something. I'm willing to put faith in Titus's Grim Grand.
Let's go
You guys
to
all
south.
begin walking as a group. The path curves, and the sundial disappears from behind you. You continue walking straight, and in front of
We'll
you,
find out if my ancestral guardians like me or not.
in front of you, you see emerging a sundial.
Oh, I would not think so.
I'm so glad I'm
But
right.
that does answer, can we go
The
back to
answer
the
is
previous
so.
sundial? No, we can't. Each time we enter into the sundial area,
It's a new.
it's a new.
all
portal.
directions are possible.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, could it be that it's up, down, left, right, left, down, up? The ultimate code to any puzzle.
That was the controller for PlayStation's code for Twisted Metal 2,
I think it's north.
which we played so much. And like you have to hold all four L2 R2 buttons, and they go up, down, left, left, down, up. And when you do, it would give you like infinite ammo of whatever you have. It was like the ultimate cheat. It gives you infinite ammo of every kind of thing and like unlimited health. Like you heal instantly. It was insane. We used to
Old
do it all the time.
PS2 cheats are great. Man, Grand Theft Auto's cheats were so long and convoluted.
Oh, I memorized each and every one.
They were so long though.
Done.
It was
all
like
weapons.
it was like 16 different inputs.
Oh my gosh.
Why would you want anything besides the baseball?
You guys come into a
just
sundial
wanna beat people
area
to death.
casting 4 shadows
Gatling gun.
in these
Yeah.
areas.
So these are the correct
Wow.
answers. These are what the
That puts a
passes look
stick
like every
in
time.
the between shadows theory.
It's between shadows of things that are new, in my opinion. So we
Okay.
should go north.
Yeah.
All of these are new.
No, they are not.
And
These
also-
are the same.
Oh, that's true.
Take a look at
This is gone, and these are new. This is what is happening every time.
Clever.
Thank you for keeping this map, by the way. It's perfect visual for me.
These are the correct answers so far.
How many auguries can you do? Just one a day?
Only one. unfortunate. We get one right answer,
Gone north, gone south.
and then it
gone
goes
this
away.
way.
We could go west or north.
Suzanne thinks north.
I would
My-
say west.
My
We haven't
only
gone east
concern
yet
is that-
either. Technically, they're all
yeah,
new.
we just went east.
At this
We
point,
went south.
our theories of following the shadows
The one before that, that
or
led us to
going in
the
between
armor,
them
was east.
non-founded.
We've gone east. We just haven't gone east successfully.
Nothing solid. Like, it's circumstantial.
So
at
you
this
think north?
point.
I, Suzanne, think north.
North.
Titus thinks nothing.
Let's keep moving.
Look,
long as I can get there,
Sue's last call was correct. I think she gets the. I
I
think
get the chance
she's
to mess up.
she's earned the chance to make the call on this. one.
Or 4.
Roll a d8.
I'm so glad
let's
I was right that it
let's
was.
let Sue make a chance to mess up,
Yep.
and then we'll open
And
the
then once
floor.
I mess up, it's someone else's turn.
Yeah. All right, let's go north.
You all
We
walk
tried
north. The path curves. You lose sight of the sundial behind you. You all, after about a minute of walking, come to a room with scattered armor all over a familiar room.
Oh,
Scattered
goodness.
armor all over a
You still have the gem?
There's still the gem.
You look, you still have the
Run.
gem.
Walk right through.
Run.
Let's go back the way we came.
I think either way will lead us back
I
to the
was
sun.
gonna say,
I'm
I
not
don't-
about to cross this floor and have them all
Agreed.
get up.
Back.
We'll go back. Does that
Turn
work?
right around.
Turn right around, and you come out. The sundial.
So if we
Either way.
complete a trial, we get a pass. We
Yes.
can never do it again.
So
Okay.
I think in
But I think
general, there's
we-
only
we didn't
8.
test it.
Yeah, but I also think that we just got really lucky and chose the trial that we had already done. I
Yes.
think there's a bunch. There's
I think there's
theoretically
8.
6 more trials.
Yeah.
I think in theory there's 7 trials total,
7 trials.
with only
Yes,
one
and one is
correct
the correct
direction.
every time.
And-
So west?
Sorry, eliminating that one.
So-
There's 6 left.
That was
Yes.
north. Where was it last time?
It was east.
East?
Do you think it's where it was before?
I don't. That wouldn't be my guess because then you
Nathan,
always have to face
Nathan
the
hasn't
trial.
messed up yet. Do we go west?
Yeah, it's your turn,
West.
man.
It's
West,
your,
young man.
it's your turn.
Everyone gets a chance to fail.
Okay, I guess we're going west.
I hope I bring us to the most deadly of trials.
Yeah.
I'm combat horny and I'm ready for it.
Tiamat's in here.
Well, I mean, we know some of them, right?
That's what they've been doing in this maze. Summoning
One is
Tiamat.
one is the armor. One is the giant.
Mhm.
That might be Cyclops. We don't know.
Yeah.
One
need to
is the crayon
asleep
people,
right now.
and one is we obviously made the wrong
Stretching that out.
choice. And one is the flowers, which seems like the easiest. I hope we hit the flowers.
Hard to say.
They seem lovely. Let's leave them.
Would you give me a square that has 60-foot walls in every direction?
1, 2,
with
3, 4.
and
Oh, and the
so, actually, you know what? Here, just
If this is the pearl flower room, we know what to do. We'll walk to the very end, grab.
always disappears.
so
That-
we have
That plan may not work for us.
out of the 7 options, we know 5 of them. So we're not walking in blind. Completely. Like, there's 2 options we don't know of. But between her mess ups and our knowledge, we know a fair amount.
60 by 60?
Is this like the pool?
Each of those squares is 10 feet.
This is the large pool of water. So we've done the
I
armor.
agree with that.
This is probably the pool.
Still not 100% enough.
So we've gone north, we've gone west. It is neither of those.
I assume each of these squares represents 10 feet.
Correct.
Okay, so in that case, there's an
Grab
exit
a
here.
pillow if you'd like to.
So you think every direction has its own trial?
Yeah, but I think they change.
Excuse
I think
me.
Evan is right. I think there's always one answer is correct out of the 8 options.
This is a large
So there's
pool of water.
7
You can't see it very well here, but there's a wooden
Oh, I see.
bridge
And they rotate
that goes here
in each
into
one.
a rock
So once you
in the middle.
test
So
it,
I'll give you the
you're
rocks
always
from the middle.
passed. So
Okay.
we can only potentially run into
So it's
7
a
fights.
20-foot
And if
radius.
we beat them all, then we know them.
as opposed to the 64 we could have run into if
Yes.
each individual one.
Which is nice, like it gives us a better option. And we know of those 7 possibilities, we know 5. We know 5, and we will have to succeed at 2 of them so far. So really, we're doing not bad in terms of knowledge.
This is a good name, Spring.
So the correct answer...
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
You designed
I'm really impressed that you...
Thank you guys. It's all me. Yeah.
And then there's like a 10-foot
I'm
bridge.
glad you're enjoying it. I mean, I did definitely add some tweaks
There's like a 10-foot bridge out here.
exactly.
I personally really like this. Tice thinks this is boring because there's not enough fighting when we get it right. I mean,
You
if we
guys
get it right, we
walk-
don't fight anything. What's the point?
You guys walk into a area. With a large pool of water, and at its center, a stone pagoda, like a
This is a new word. I like it.
like a what are those
Japan
Fancy.
kind of...
things? Gazebo, like a Japan
Yeah.
gazebo
Yeah.
kind of thing.
That is a
Right?
pagoda.
So,
File that
you know,
one
it's
away.
got its stakes. It's Japanese gazebo basically. So it's got its bamboo looking stuff with its thatch roof sort of deal, made of wood. It has a stone floor, but it's not made stone like I've done here. It's like it's an actual
imagine it's like
boulder.
a
rock.
rock.
Yeah, exactly. This is a actual
my
boulder
mind, that was
protruding
Japanese
from,
tower.
and there's a wooden thing coming across to it. Atop this stone, sitting in the middle of it, is a human male who looks at you and goes like this.
Oh, so this might not be
And he goes like this.
people.
For the viewers at home, he's very peaceful.
Exactly.
Which entrance are we coming through?
That one.
This one.
Yep.
He greets us friendly.
Friendlyly. He is friend man. Stand for God's sake.
So I don't think this is
And we
crabs.
can just
As you enter, he turns and sits down. And as he turns, he kind of does this.
might as
And
well.
he beckons to a bunch of silk cushions, which are laid out here, 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 and here for you. And he sits down, kind of calmly.
I shared the Twitch with Megan and she goes, I like the baby music in the background.
It's beautiful mood music.
That's fantastic.
I much prefer this music because that means things are going well. I don't think this
Yeah.
is crabs.
I'm just kind of suspicious.
No,
that
this
it's
is
slowly
not
walking up
crabs.
and
This is not
She
crabs.
said there was an orange glowy gem floating over
Yep.
it.
So we have entered
is
one
this
of
is
ones we
not-
don't know.
You're being poisoned. You've discovered my plan.
What shall we call this one?
Oh, how long has it been since you changed the
Man.
filter in the water?
Gazebo.
Man in the
probably it, isn't it?
gazebo.
It's the carbon mist, and Dad likes to tell me every 5 seconds.
Yeah, carbon filter. It's normal. You're the mirror, so yes, you do the talking here.
Yes, let us be wary. As Merelda said,
Stay on guard.
if it's not a compass, it's probably gonna kill us.
It's also one of the things we don't know. After this, then we'll only have one unknown.
This human is wearing yellow silk robes embroidered with red and gold fish. You hear exotic music being played on a stringed instrument, though you can't pinpoint where it's coming from. He sits, proffers silk cushions, does not speak, but clearly begins to brew tea in a pot. He sits down, and you can see the steam coming from this tea. Is everybody on the bridge where?
Tice
I'm
is not
in the
allowed to
pagoda.
Sit down.
I headed up to
Okay.
the pagoda.
You
Tice
guys
will
stay there?
not enter unless you tell him to.
Okay. He just sits there.
He probably wants all of us to enter. Tice will not do it unless he is told.
So
if he stops there, just flat stops.
Is it
then I won't
alcohol
back
or
into the
food?
others.
Then not coming.
So like, you come here often? Or?
I,
Is it a tea party?
He gestures to the tea.
He makes no, despite my slight smirk, that was because I was
Like a
laughing
stone
at him.
face.
But he's just more, he's not like pleasant face.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's just kind of sitting with his arms folded, his legs crossed.
It's hard to say how mechanic or organic this is, but keep in mind where we are. It's part of the trials. And I
Okay.
lean over to the others and say, we probably all have to come join.
I'd like to take a quick look for a gem of some sort, an orb,
An orb of some sort.
like the same.
Yeah.
Does it
Please roll a
shine? Is
perception.
it pretty? I want it.
Is he wearing one in like a beautiful necklace, or is it the
24.
eye or-
Is it in the
You-
tea?
Definitely know beyond a shadow of a doubt there is no
Yeah.
gem sitting someplace that could be seen. If it's
Definitely
somewhere,
in
it
the
would be
tea.
hidden.
Is it in the tea?
Because you looked good.
One of these
For
is
that.
So there's a
it's
table
that
with like
was
a
to
tea
the left
set
of the
on it?
First, that was the one with the yellow.
There's no table. It's just sitting on the rock.
Okay,
in
just
front
kind
of
of.
you. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And if you, since you're looking at the teapot, you notice that it is kind of, there's not, he hasn't, I spoke because I thought everybody was there yet. He's basically not doing anything. There's a little bit of steam coming out of the
Okay.
teapot. It is like boiling, but that's it.
I beckon to the other two.
What about the horse?
The horse can stay.
I'm not at
The
ease
horse must enter the
right now.
There are coals in the middle. There's the hot coals in the middle of the rocks
Yeah.
on which the teapot sits, which is causing it to steam.
I take a seat and wait for him.
As soon as everybody sits down, the pot begins to float. And Glimmer, you notice that this pot has like almost not sumo wrestler. I was gonna say like fat guy facial features, but almost like if you pronounce the eyebrow, it's like a face. It's
Mhm.
kind of decorated and shaped to be a face,
Mhm.
and it's like quite heavy brow. Like the nose isn't jutting out from the teapot necessarily, but you can kind of make it out, and it is definitely resembles a face of a sort. This teapot, it slowly rises from the coals. At which point he reaches behind him and pulls out some kind of herb of some sort and begins
Can I
to.
nature that?
You can.
Do I know what herb that is?
You can.
Magic herbs.
Not that
Make
I have a nature.
a-
I'm -1 in nature, but no one else called it.
Is weed.
Yeah,
Tea.
nature. Yeah, you can make a nature check.
It's definitely weed tea.
9.
Sick.
9. So you know he's brewing a tea of some sort with these herbs, these leaves.
Hibiscus.
The leaves
Fancy
are
tea.
slowly crumbled. In Glimmer, make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Or Arcana, your choice.
I think I'll do perception. 22.
22. As you recognize the face on this jar, you recognize undoubtedly the face of a... How much does Glimmer know about these things?
What do the
A lot.
songs say?
A Tao or Dale. A genie of earth. You recognize that the face on this jar is a face of a Tao. Dale?
Got quite a dour face.
You say that as the leaves are kind of sprinkled into the jar. At which point, he goes like, at your what a dour face. He looks at you and goes, the first time you've seen his face have any emotion, goes, and suddenly
Smirks.
he sinks into the ground simultaneously as 4 earthen walls, stone walls, are shaped and formed around you, completely closing you in this space. It begins.
Flowers.
Yeah, it begins to fill now with the steam of this kettle.
Stone shape.
I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. And you can all roll initiative.
Alright, so
21.
con save was 14.
Pass, pass.
10.
Mod
the
20.
literal worst I can do.
Oh, brutal. Fail.
Nice.
I get a plus
20.
10 to con.
Mod 20.
Which is
Pass.
amazing.
We're rolling
I love it
initiative?
so much.
Roll initiative,
Initiative?
please.
It was 20.
13 again. I rolled the exact same for initiative this time that I did last time. A 3 and a 10. That's trash. So this is
All
the
right.
tea room.
I really gotta get some more dice going here.
See the tea room.
Those of you who failed, take 17 points of poison damage. Those of you who passed take half of that, 8.
What was our rousing speech before we came in here?
Good question.
If you
Now's the
just
time, boy.
passed that save, please make a tick mark somewhere next to the word saves or something like that. If you make 3 of these saves, then you are immune to the poison, effectively.
I see.
Oh wait, don't I even get?
You are trapped
No, not
inside stone walls.
Oh, there's saves.
Oh, it is a poison though, and you are a dwarf.
That is true. For future
If this is a
purposes.
poison, do you have advantage on
You have advantage
I-
against poison, the
Yeah.
status,
the status?
right?
Yes.
Not poison damage. That's just the fancy belt you have as Mariana.
Okay, guys, I guess it's time for initiatives.
Yeah.
8. Okay.
22.
Titus is 13, so he's a good.
Okay.
Alien.
20 for me, and then 13 for Glorious.
Oh,
What was
does
Titus
Glorious
again?
have a higher one?
2.
I'm higher than Glorious.
So behind.
Titus has a +3. The horse is almost as dexterous as I am. But the horse can't get to us.
Okay.
Yes, the horse is outside.
The orange will be initiative count 20, I guess. Or start of the round, I guess. Okay. Sid, what you doing? You are in a giant stone.
You said it was filling with steam?
Yeah, the steam from the
Just wanna, like,
teapot
press
is
down
filling
where
the
your
area,
hands-
and it's poisonous.
Please make a constitution save.
At the start of my turn. Whack. That is a
Pass.
20s.
20, you pass.
Okay.
And take half of. Sorry. 10. So 5. You take 5 points. And you can mark down a tick for a successful pass.
Now you're going to try and attack the...
Kill it, kill
Acrid
it,
steam
break it.
now fills the room, and you're coughing, struggling against its poisonous effect in your lungs.
Nothing
Smash it.
has. Yeah, I attempted to.
The guy
Yeah.
just sunk through the floor.
Guy sunk through
You
the
don't,
floor.
Titus
Nothing
will.
is attacking.
Oh, he's
us,
not here
There's no,
anymore.
like,
He's not in
hands
here.
coming out to like.
mean,
There's
he's
nothing.
definitely-
He's
He
certainly
did
not...
He did not disappear. He sunk, like became one with the ground.
Yeah.
Sunk into the ground.
He
You
sunk
all
into the
saw.
ground like he was
Are
going
the
down an elevator in the
cups that he
ground
was-
here,
No,
or like he
like-
became.
Almost like he
like,
became
what?
Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unsettling.
I think he is our dad.
I just need to double
Yes.
check what there is to interact
definitely
with.
gonna just,
everywhere.
like, punch us
There's
to the ground.
walls around
Uh,
us. There's a
Okay, so
fire
just
pit.
in a second,
There's a
there's
teapot. And
There's a
still
teapot
cups.
on a
I have
fire
done that.
pit, mostly hot coals, very little flame coming up from it. There are 4 stone walls around you, which have almost come and capped at the top, so you're in complete, utter darkness, other than the
Cased
dim
in
light.
stone.
Other than the dim light caused by you're in dim light basically. There's a clay kettle with the face on it, and there is
Just Felix.
that's pretty much it in here right now.
Felix cleaning up a car earlier.
Man, it's not the right answer to ever attack the thing.
He's so cute.
Why not?
The
Right.
kettle is still currently just
Yeah,
floating.
it is. Murder it. Take it down.
Is there a top to the kettle that is not on top, like how top to the kettle? And then
There is, yeah. There's a top. Like it looks as though you remove that. He had that open to crumple the leaves.
I'm gonna close the top.
Okay. It is closed. Sorry, he opened it, crumpled the leaves, and closed it.
Like the
It's
whole-
kind of
Yeah,
coming out the little
burn me.
spout.
You don't
thing,
just
that's-
burn me. Really? You're worried about a burn right now?
I'll just straight up
Too
attack the
practical.
pot, I guess, just to get this over with because someone has to.
Okay, please go ahead.
That's a friggin' 21 to hit the pot.
That hits.
Okay. There was a moment of pause. I was like, gee, this got a high AC for a pot. And that's 10 points of slashing damage.
You attack this jar, and as you do, a crack forms down. Immediately, all the stone walls drop, and the poison goes whoosh, and kind of dissipates in the air, and the Tao reappears, emerging from the stone with a very frustrated, angry look on his face.
Where is he? Same place?
Where's my number? I wanted it to be number 1.
Poison gas disappeared, huh?
And the That was good.
Anything else?
I will run over to the Dao. Boop. I will not do that yet. I will use my second attack on the Dao, which is a 18 hit.
18 just hits.
Just hits. Okay. That is, oh my lord, 12 points of damage. Slashing, and that was 1 attack, 2 attack, and offhand bonus. I'll do dual wield today.
Okay.
And shoot. Oh, that's probably not going to hit with a 14.
Will not hit.
Nope. And that is my
Total
turn.
damage was?
What was the one for the... It was 12 to the Dao and whatever to the pod.
And 10 to the jar. Got it.
10 to the jar.
Alright. The Dao. Sorry, I just want to make sure he did stuff that's intelligent. Which I'm
He is
still
an
not certain I'm
intelligent
doing.
being. He's not Arma.
You guys watch as the Dao appears right there. The Dao is going to...
Is he going to go up or go down?
He's gonna freaking fireball us.
Which direction will the Tao go today?
Wow.
I'm just
Great
wondering...
economics joke.
I need to
I
watch
should
my
have maybe read
investments.
this a bit before. I'm going to do this the way I think I'm reading it correctly. You guys watch. The Dao, as suddenly he disappears. Glimmer.
Do walls go up yet?
Nope, walls do not go up again.
Can you just leave?
Start to walk off the platform.
Can you walk up the platform?
Walking.
Yeah, he's good.
Unsettling.
He doesn't evoke an attack of opportunity when he's 6 down, does he?
Hard to say.
That is hard to say. How does that work? If you're invisible and you sink into the earth, technically being out of reach would be 5 feet and inside the ground. I would say you don't get an opportunity.
The thing is, like, if he just sinks a 5-foot cube down,
Yeah.
he's not technically outside of your
exactly.
3D range. And then if he goes further, he's underground,
Right.
so you can't get him anywhere.
You don't get an attack of opportunity. Gotcha.
Unless your attacks can go through the earth. He hurt my plan, so
Ready something?
I ready a vicious mockery for when he returns. I don't mount my horse though.
If
I
you
just come
see the appearance of this guy,
down. Yeah, if I see him come up, I'm gonna mock him hardcore.
gotcha.
Really gonna lay into him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spring it
You
up
have
like
a
a
very
daisy.
flat nose.
Very pronounced
Okay,
brow. Did you not
then
hear the specific
Titus, it's
plot?
on to you.
Yeah, but
Titus would like to look through
from my
where
knowledge
the
of
pot
Dao,
was.
that's actually a
Look
attractive
through where
feature.
the pot was.
Yes.
The pot is now resting on hot coals.
I would like to look through it.
Go through it.
Yes, I would like Titus wants to look through what was there for a gem.
What's in the
or
pot?
a thing,
Okay, fair enough.
Basically.
You go up to the pot and grab it by the handle and open it up. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as a kind of new plume of smoke.
26.
So you take half of 18. You take 9 points of poison damage, and you can give yourself another tick for growing immunity to
Got
this.
2 out of 3.
And right there in front of your eyes is a color.
Taking all the glory. That's what I was gonna do.
It's like
Got
a
there first.
deep. It's like a. It looks kind of ugly. It's like an amethysty dark brown gem, but it does sit there floating in the middle of this kettle.
I want to take it.
You reach in and pull out this gem.
I have it.
Leave the platform.
Got it. Let's get out of here. Leaving.
I'd like to dramatically throw the pot. No, actually, no.
As
Titus
you
found that
walk-
stupid. Titus gonna put the cover back on.
As you walk on the pathway, right there, you are. Can you make an attack of opportunity when you're inside the ground?
If he
Yes,
can move
technically.
Well,
yeah.
You see
This I should have read this a little more.
the
carefully.
earth elemental.
I have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
one.
Two.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
Yes. So that's it. All
Right
right.
through the
So
earth.
you feel
It's
from
a
beneath
huge pain in
you
the butt.
as a 20, like 26,
Yep.
and it's only one, I guess. So. Oh, good lord.
Yeah, knock me out. That's fine.
Okay, here we go.
I'm fine.
Deals 21 points of bludgeoning damage as you just feel this like huge thing just come up and hit you right in the nuts, like a giant pillar just came right up and dunked you in the nuts, and it disappears back.
My goodness, you got that
I can
real
continue
thick.
You
going.
need to make a you need to make a strength check, strength saving throw.
Outrageous. Only 13.
You are knocked prone.
Can I still stand up?
Yeah, takes half your movement though.
So my speed is 45. I've moved 10.
Okay, so now it's 35, so half that down to 18, which halves to 15.
5, 10, 15.
Alright,
Let's go.
Next up is Pegasus. Gloria.
Thankfully, everyone else.
Gloria simply hangs around,
Okay. Next up
being
is
obedient.
Elio.
Oh, seeing what just happened to Titus. He's going to 5, 10, long jump over this thing.
Can do that. I mean, it only has presumably one opportunity
Yep.
attack.
Fair enough. Okay, you're good.
And then I'm going to use my, what was that, 5, 10, I'm gonna go
Technically 10.
14 more feet. Does that take away from my speed?
Yes. Long jumps?
It
Yeah? Okay.
subtracts from your movement.
15, 20,
Like if you
25,
cast the jump spell on yourself and increase your jumps
30,
right to like
35,
60 feet, you can still only jump
40,
30 feet
45,
because that's as far as you can move,
55, 60, 65, 70, 75,
which is a very disappointing
80.
fact.
85, 90.
Everybody.
That was movement,
Bye.
dash, cunning action, dash.
Sit.
Good old Elio, first to get out of there. I also considered buying you for a gift
15,
the boots of striding and springing.
25. Exactly.
They make you go faster.
Ooh, nice.
And
Thanks for
then
putting the pot,
for sure, my turn.
Just
Take
just
that
get
pot
the
makes
advantage on the next
sense,
one.
right?
Got it?
Yeah.
All right.
He knows that the gems lead us out.
Yeah, the gems are somewhere.
No one else has
All
seen
right,
it
then
anywhere.
you
Surely it's gotta be
guys-
hidden. The only place to hide it is in the pot, unless we go in the pool.
Let's try this thing.
You're not gonna use.
Recording and
You're
shooting
not gonna
only
dash?
takes 44% of my
No,
CPU.
because I feel like it's gonna pop up very soon.
My only, I
Even before we
mean,
can get out.
that's
so
a lot
I
of
want one
CPU
with my
for recording
hitting
and
fly.
streaming.
Well, I mean, it appears next, so we'll find out.
We are streaming at 30 frames a second, guys.
Gosh dang, that's quality.
I don't know what that means.
Hey yo.
Okay. You guys watch when you're invisible and you cast a spell. Does it make you visible? Do you like?
If it's just straight invisibility, greater invisibility you can cast.
Regular invisibility drops as soon as you take like some sort of hostile action.
Hostile action. Okay, so basically when he did the opportunity
Casting a
attack.
spell, attacking.
Okay, so basically now
So he would have been visible
you guys
before that.
watch as this creature where you expect him kind of resurfaces just right here on the stone, as he can't move through a wooden bridge, and looks over at you guys and goes like this, reaching out towards you. No longer in his human form, you see a dark brown skinned genie clad in bright robes, clearly a Dao. He reaches towards you and just goes
These are great.
struggling, goes boom like this, and suddenly all through and around you, a giant stone wall is. Yep.
Yeah. But at what level?
I cast counterspell at 3rd level.
Okay. Which means I have to.
If the spell that
Depends on the level of the spell. If it's 3rd level or lower, it's quashed.
Nope.
Alright, so I have to make a check.
Okay. So go ahead.
That one.
That one. It is
So,
a 5th
fine.
level spell.
Yep.
Right. So it does its thing. Wall of stone.
Much further.
If it cuts through a creature's space, you're pushed to one side of the wall. Your choice, Andreas. Does that mean the caster's choice? Because I'm reading it, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. If a creature would be surrounded on all sides by the wall, or the wall, that creature can make a dexterity save throw on a success. Use your action to move up to speed and no longer closed by the wall. The wall can have any shape you desire. Wall is an object. My goodness, does it not actually hurt anyone? Doesn't. All
It's a
right.
big wall.
It is a big wall.
You can
You guys
block.
are enclosed within it. It's 10 foot by 10 foot panels. It's really insane. So yeah. All right, here we go. This is it. So each of these is 10 feet. So we'll say like this. Boom, 10. Maybe I should draw it along the lines just for, like here, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right,
What happens to the Pegasus?
let's find out.
Supposedly it gets shunted.
All right, so
But
I
it's
get
a
to
large
choose
number.
which side of the wall if it comes into your space, which these were intended to do, depending on.
Assumedly, I can't go on this side.
Correct. And I get to choose which side you go if it comes into your space. So you're all on the inside.
Yeah.
Boom, you get bumped inside, and that's pretty much it. This you see 10 foot high by 10 foot wide panels, kind of not clearly seamed or anything, but it's kind of juts up and just shoots out of the sky. So it's 10 feet high. And that's it. Now it says this though. If a creature will be surrounded on all sides, which are none of you are.
Yeah.
So okay, never mind by that. And any shape, span greater than this. Wall, okay. Good.
Blocked.
At which point, it sinks back into the earth. You can do that, right? That's reasonable?
Oh, he
Okay.
sinks back.
Yeah,
I thought it
that's
was-
all. That's what
It's
at.
the day on, yeah.
That seems
No.
silly.
He sinks back into the earth.
All right. Neat.
Titus asked you up.
What Titus is turn?
I know, but I
Oh,
don't know
for
these
freak's
things.
sake. One second.
Titus.
Invisibility is limited offhand if. Oh, not invisible anymore. We're good. I was like, is this a concentration? Go ahead. It is concentration, doesn't matter. Because he's not invisible.
He's just on the ground.
He's just
Okay.
Where are we
It's
at?
your turn.
Thank you. Hop on to Glorious. Excuse me. Pardon me.
How's the healthy food
Pick
going?
up.
Stone shape. I put my hand on the stone and just a big hole to go. Wah!
Are you just riding a mounted horse right now, or are you
Yeah.
flying?
I'm riding the horse.
Okay, fair enough. You come up.
Yep.
Stone
I
shape.
cast Stone Shape,
Okay.
which basically just makes a 5x5 hole in this stone
You
wall.
guys watch as Glimmer just presses against it and
How
Yeah, just
thick
open
is
it.
that
I
wall?
can't.
That's
10 feet.
The wall is 6 inches thick. I'm assuming
It
that's
can be
fine.
up to 5 feet
I thought
thick.
so. Yep.
I thought it was
So you just watch as
thicker than that.
this thing kind of opens up in a magical doorway.
All right, so that's 15. Then I have to go 25, 30 out here because even though it's a 5 foot thing and it's a 10-foot thing,
Pegasus get through?
it can squeeze.
Yep, fair enough. Just
It's
has
one-
one or
yeah.
takes away movement.
So this is as far as I come.
Fair enough. Still riding on top of Glory.
Yep. Still
Okay.
riding glorious.
Is that it for your turn then, Little?
Any
I
stones?
use a bonus action.
Okay.
Inspiration. We all within sight. So,
Use reaction.
or is it within sight? Yes, that I see. Sorry, Elio, you missed out.
You went too far.
We each get
Choose our reaction to use our.
get to use your reaction to use your movement as a reaction, and you get some temporary hit points.
How many temporary hit points?
8. I wonder if that should have increased.
Oh, right down 8 for now.
Yeah, and you can use your reaction.
I guess you go first. You have one movement.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45.
And what is that? 5, 10. That was hard to see. 15,
15,
20,
20.
25, 30.
And I think I'll choose myself as one of those creatures
Did you
too.
only use your movement, guys? Because you should hold an action in case Jamie shows back up.
This is not a thing. This is just a reaction.
This is
Oh,
a
this is
reaction.
reaction.
to
Yeah,
your
this
turn.
is not our
right,
movement.
right,
It's
right.
not any of our turns.
Pegasus has a long movement. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Titus. You must have just gone as well. Did you? Or
No.
were you already
No,
that
we got
far?
to use
I
that
used my inspiration to let them all use their
sorry,
reaction
okay.
to
Good.
move.
Pegasus has done her thing then? Or
Pegasus, I'm merged with Pegasus again.
So Titus, it's your turn then, I guess.
I'm gonna go at least 45, and then I guess wait, because I don't want to desert Sid. I've moved 45, 45, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 5.
Got it?
And I'll hold an action. If I see that earth thing, I'll kill it.
Kill it.
I'll hit it.
Okay, so if it
I will
appears
kill
within
it.
your... Yep.
Titus believes he can
So
So
kill
you have
that
like a
thing.
javelin ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he can catch up to me.
Right.
Glorious.
Glorious is
But I'll
merged
wait
with
for
me.
Sid.
Yeah, sorry. Elia.
Catch up with me, Elia.
Are you running? Or are you staying?
I'm just gonna hold my action to shoot upon the G if he should appear on that stone
Sid.
thing.
4, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Go diagonal.
Minus 1. Oh, no. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then
Even one farther.
where do you see it?
5, 10,
8 doesn't
15,
believe
20.
20, 25, 30.
We're in his game, we're not letting you move diagonal. We gotta move left and right like a bunch of squares.
Diagonals aren't real.
Diagonals aren't real. What is
People
spatial
don't move
awareness?
diagonal.
I personally, I think I'd like to play in hexagons. I think that makes more sense.
Okay. Elio. From beneath you suddenly,
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's 11 temporary hit points now.
a giant pillar of earth comes right up in between your crotch, in between your legs.
Do I get to hit it?
You are
Can I
two,
hit it?
you can certainly try, yeah.
I can.
When you said if that thing appears, then I'm assuming you meant
Yeah. The,
even if,
the
yep, go ahead. So throw your javelin. Elio, you can use your
crap.
thing at, I think, disadvantage because it's right underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
No? Oh, crossbow expert, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so go ahead and you guys make your attacks.
At 20.
Crit,
It's alright.
go ahead with your javelin.
She's got it.
13.
13 misses.
The javelin doesn't get me much though.
I can use a bonus action on
10 damage.
No.
10 damage, got it.
Damage.
Alright.
Sorry. I did a thing.
Hey,
I
now.
did a thing. I'm proud of myself.
18 to hit.
hits.
Hits, you take so 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Is it athletics, perhaps?
It is just a
It's a strength
save.
It's not an athletics check.
Okay.
You
21.
proper.
Alright, so you are not knocked prone. It literally goes, and you're like, but you land back on your feet.
Oh, I just get
Just in
through
time.
the air.
Just in time for it
to do it
Oh,
again.
Glimmer, is that you right next to it? Like,
Yeah.
Are you in the space next to him?
I'm on Glorious
Okay,
right there.
so Glorious then, as well.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage then. Ooh, good thing, because that critted 17.
17 hits.
Okay, so 17. Glorious takes 22 points of bludgeoning damage and needs to make a strength saving throw.
Fail.
Uh-oh.
Fail. Glorious is knocked prone with you on her, which I believe.
You'd think,
Do you just land straight up?
but because I have the saddle of the Cavalier, I cannot be dismounted. So we just fall over together.
That's even better than I thought it would be.
So
That's
you guys
hilarious.
are both prone
Oh,
on the
Titus is
ground,
gone.
and
drop something.
That's me. I dropped Titus. It's fine. He's fine.
all right, Titus.
I'm just gonna walk another 45 feet.
Okay. Titus. No, I'm sorry. Titus. No, Glimmer. Glimmer first. It was Glimmer first. My bad.
Just stand back up.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to... Glorious is going to rise 5 feet off the ground.
It can reach 5 feet. I'm not gonna do that.
And then I'm going to zoom. I can move... Standing up takes half.
Yep.
Rise 5. I move 40 feet. And then I dash for another 90.
Okay, and you didn't use disengage? Like there was no disengage? You're, like,
No, I ran to dash.
Okay, so as soon as you stand up and she flies, you see this giant kind of mauly fist coming out of the ground.
Disadvantage.
Thank you. 24.
It has a reach?
Well, I assume you're
With
leaving
disadvantage?
It here. Yep, yeah, 24 with disadvantage.
Alright,
Plus-
yeah,
plus
yeah.
10 to hit. So, yeah, I'm not doing this wrong right there. So
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're leaving it sphere.
Yeah.
Okay, so dealing 23 points this time of bludgeoning damage. I need you to make a strength saving throw. And that was on the creature, not you. On
Yeah,
the
it
Pegos.
was. 21.
That passes, so you are not knocked prone, and you get your full movement now. You're gone.
I
Blitz.
move 130 feet.
130 feet. Then you do come into a sundial,
Yeah, I'm out of there.
and you have to kind of be like, "Woo!" You're coming fast, just like she was, and her story. Now it's on to Titus.
Well, in that case, I'll move 90 feet. And
You're
I was already 50
failing.
ahead.
Pegasus is you're safe pretty much, and anyway,
Move all those feet.
Disengaging.
You don't have to
having action
disengage.
disengage.
Sure.
Okay. Yep. So you're gone. No attacks.
You don't have to disengage
And you
because
all
I took it
come-
for you. You guys one reaction.
Creatures don't get multiple
That's
reactions.
true. Yeah.
So you can...
No disengage. Just run.
Yeah,
90
Move 90
feet.
feet.
Right.
You guys all come, not surprisingly,
What does it look like now?
to a sundial.
Oh yeah, we didn't pass it. Oh no.
So now both of your ideas were bumped.
Okay, so now it's Glimmer's turn. I'm like, Glimmer, I mean Evan.
Brandon, can I request
Answer.
Home Alone music?
It's not
If you
winter.
be the thing, I'll clean it up.
Maybe if the hedge was snow covered, but
We come to the
But I feel like we're in his death trap house.
I'm mildly concerned that the thing continued to fight us.
Or if we go back and go into that trial in the next reset, then yes, it will absolutely come after us again.
Yeah, so unlike the
Screw
armor
it.
that disappeared. So we get to leave,
yeah.
but we still have to
As soon
fight.
as we come here and we're like, oh shit, I just leave.
I appreciate, but we don't ever go back in.
I mean, as soon, assumedly, as we turn the corner and start to see the pagoda,
Yeah,
we're
we can
like,
just turn.
around.
Okay, we have gone north and west.
Clearly, we haven't figured this out yet.
I mean, it's entirely possible it's completely random.
It
But
can't.
we can continue to
It-
try.
It can't
theories.
be random.
Just like a lock code, like the numbers are random, the pathways are random.
There's no reason it can't be random.
It's just a memorized pattern that he would have had.
What's with the?
hard to say.
There's got to be something. What's the sundial look like? You said that the thing that's casting the shadow is changing in each room.
I would say the shadows are only markers of paths that we've completed. Like, you have completed 4 paths. Congratulations. Rather than.
But the sundial is pointing in a different direction. Like, where's the sundial pointing now?
Yeah, I think it's just chaotically random.
Who's
this
asking that?
time?
Me.
Roll perception with advantage because of the help action from Glitter.
20. Not.
You're not sure which way the sundial is pointing. You physiologically cannot determine the direction that it's pointing, which is weird because you could before. You said the pointy end goes this way. It's pointing at me. Pointy end is going that way, pointing not at me. But now it's like you're looking at it, you're like, which way is the sundial pointing?
Start doing one of those kind of turns. Yeah, I don't believe the sundial is giving us any hints.
You understand, looking at it, that this makes no
I
sense.
think nothing makes sense in here. We're in crazy town. Let
Is
me
there
make
any
choice.
markings or anything on the sundial?
There are various runes carved along the base of it, yes.
Anything anyone recognizes?
I mean, I got like a mod 20 Arcana
Yeah.
check and
No.
I didn't grab much.
Where's the
Looking at
tower
your map,
right now?
Which ways have you eliminated?
Only
The
north and
tower
west
right
for this
now
one.
is right over here.
So from this stage that we're on right now, we've eliminated north went back to the armor room from
Mhm.
the stage we're on now.
West
We've
went to the
eliminated
room we went.
west. That was the genie room that we've just been into. We know that there are 3 described trials that
We have not yet seen the giants, the crab, flowers, the ball, and there's one we don't know what it is.
So, who wants to take the next guess?
Evan's the only one who hasn't picked a path yet.
You can have a look at
What
Sue's
do you need
map.
to do, Steph?
Did we notice which direction the dial was facing in the previous room?
Roll history. I will either let you, Evan, roll with advantage, or everyone can roll their individual.
Roll advantage. Well, who gets the best bonus to history?
I have a -1.
I have a -1.
I have a -1. That's a different
Okay,
thing.
+3.
Yep. Roll
Oh.
advantage. Nope.
Sick.
17.
17.
17. You remember the first time you came in
It was
to the room, it was the first time ever when you walk into the maze for the first time, the shadow's pointing straight ahead,
Yeah.
sundial is pointing straight back
Yeah.
towards you.
right.
Second time, shadow here, shadow here, sundial was pointing this way. Every time you re-entered, the sundial was pointing a different way, and even though sometimes you retraced kind of the same, like you went in and came back to the same one, the sundial was always pointing a different way, and you can recall what those were. But now you look at it, and you physically, your brain is incapable of determining a direction that this is pointing. It's not fuzzy. You can see it.
We didn't beat the monster, and now it's just being like,
I feel like this means something.
it could just mean that we're getting further along, and that any indication that or help that the sundial
Is the
was
sun
given,
still
we've
directly
passed.
overhead?
The sun's still directly overhead.
Does time feel funny here?
Everything feels funny.
The sun's still overhead, so
It's a crappy
I
place.
was
Sun
saying it'd
hasn't
be great if it
moved.
only takes like 3 minutes to get through this place, despite how long we wind up being here.
the runes on here, are they all different? Or are they some like repeating? Like, can I say, oh, this rune is on the north side and this rune is on the south side?
You cannot.
No.
No.
Okay.
They're all different. It's like a string of different runes.
Do you want to go pee, brother?
matter.
Okay,
No,
fine.
I'm just dancing on that.
Okay.
Southwest.
How's the old diet? The help?
I feel okay today. I'm a
This is
little
the-
bit
the
weird
pattern
that
so
it's,
far.
but it's the one behind my
Northeast.
eyes that kills me. This one's like
South.
behind my head right now. It's just barely
Yours
in
is
there.
as
We're
legitimate
going
as
off of what we've gone. We've gone north and west.
Let's try Southwest. What the heck?
Based on
This
what?
guy.
What's your reasoning?
It's hard to quick.
North, northeast, south, southwest. That's it.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Cool. I'm with you.
Roll a history check, Jeff, and everyone can roll. No, that's unreasonable.
Titus wouldn't.
The three of you can each roll history checks to determine the runes.
I think he means
Nope.
Elio.
Me?
Elio? It's Titus.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Titus
Titus.
doesn't care.
I meant
Although Titus doesn't have stones.
None of you have ever seen runes like this before. It's not elves. It's not giants. It's not anything that you can recall in any way.
Do you want me to clean this?
Sure.
Unless we end up back in there.
Well, real quick.
I don't think we're going to immediately.
We're not going to
enter-
immediately show up, but real quick, we're going southwest.
You're going southwest.
Yep.
You guys walk
I mean,
into.
you could potentially walk into this room again, but I don't think we will in
Yeah,
this
right,
trial.
I suppose we could just turn back around. We already got the gem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as anyone spots that pagoda-looking thing, we're
I mean, as
We're
soon
out
as
of
we
there.
spot anything that we've already seen before, the answer is no.
from here on out. Glorious is maintaining a 5-foot gap off the floor.
Okay, gotcha.
Like a little hummingbird.
Try it.
Pegasus is just
Okay, Evan.
Yeah.
fly. Do they have hover?
Hmm?
So
They do not hover.
Incorrect, Evan. That's what he meant to say. You were incorrect.
Hmm. What do you want from me? I'm guessing here.
You can draw it in this orientation.
So this
Or that,
is
either way it works for me.
southwest.
Again, 10-foot squares.
It's not southwest. So we got.
Okay. Again, 10-foot squares.
When we start getting electrocuted,
Yes.
we'll start playing that.
Ooh.
It's real big.
While Evan is drawing, do you want to describe?
Yes. You guys walk into a
28
large
squares.
pasture.
Pearl flowers?
No.
No, okay. Different one.
You see, as you approach
The
kind
giants.
of where the hedge clearing exits into this large pasture,
Sheep
you see two creatures.
and some sheep.
Oh, the giants.
Alright. We know what this one is, though. There's two
Frozen
of them.
in time.
We can do this.
Which way are you doing it, Evan? Length this way
Well,
or length
it's
this
definitely
way?
gonna, like it goes from here to here.
Okay, fair enough. Let's just play this one for the most part. Let's just say it's this entire portion of the thing from like you said it's the whole thing pretty much.
It's from here to here.
Okay, so let's just say these first three are no go, and then where's the edge here then?
So
Like if we
it's
did all the way
it's
here.
90 wide, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
So just make a few ticks, yeah, exactly along there. This is the pasture that you're in. Over here, there's a large pool of water.
Lava.
Water. And Evan, I'll get you to build some 3D kind of.
You getting this one done?
Lift these.
On one hand, at least we just eventually will get to the point where we just walk in and be like, nope, turn around and walk back out.
So maybe just kind of like that. Put those
Just gotta
down
nope.
thither, and I'll give you.
according to this
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. And I'll give you these as well to put kind of behind it. Maybe I'll just take that one.
Almost
Just put
50
those
down.
four on the back side of it as well, so that it's a bigger. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
Like build that up to there, so that there's quite a large one, and then just this one kind of coming up to it. Something like that. Okay.
Are the three sheep also frozen in time, or are they?
How are our sheep friends
Do
doing?
you have cotton balls?
do you have cotton balls?
I could probably
Sweet
find
little
some cotton
angel
balls.
This
cotton
is important.
balls.
Well done
Alright.
on making rocks, Brandon.
Yeah, I haven't graded them yet, but
They're
yeah.
beautiful, and I love
Thanks,
them.
guys. Yeah, rocks are well overdue in my. All right, you see this frozen. It's two of these, by the way. This is not. That's what I meant to ask you to bring us. Okay, a bunch of sheep around. As soon as you guys step into this area, both of these giants start walking towards you. You will recall her wording was, "They charged me," but both of these stop right here and look at each other and go. They both do this. They look up at each other. Look back at you. One of them does rock. One of them does scissors. One of them goes.
If they start charging, I'm gonna.
Can I see anything?
Hold it
I
in
want to
action
look for
to shoot.
shinies.
Fair enough. One of them goes boom like this on the other, and the Cyclops who did the scissors walks over to you and picks up a big rock like this.
Dominate
And
person.
he, okay. Dominate person works on a.
It's a humanoid, isn't it?
Yep,
All right.
I think so. Is a Cyclops a humanoid?
No,
a giant.
it's a giant.
Yeah. Okay, so it
You
doesn't work
dominate
then.
monster?
Good try.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. So instead, blindness/deafness.
Okay. All right.
So, in any case, initiative probably. I'm casting a hostile spell. We're rolling initiative.
Yep, I guess we're rolling
I'm
initiative.
also casting a
All right, so
bending down for the rock was like.
that was also yours. I'm assuming the picking up the rock.
Wow.
Yeah, that's enough
Oh,
for
my
me.
initiative is terrible.
All right, so
Yeah.
you guys both get your thing. So Evan, give me yours. It's a save or something like.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, wisdom, their best feature. A 15, believe it or not.
Fail.
Okay.
He is blind.
Okay. Blind.
Disadvantage on attacks. Advantage attacks against them.
All right, and yours was on the one with the rock as well. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, that was on both, by the way.
Oh, okay. Also 15. Also a fail.
They're both blind.
Okay.
Cost me a third level.
This is,
I'll let you judge
this
this,
is
but
just
do I get
Odysseus.
advantage on this?
Do you get advantage on this?
'Cause
Surprise! Oh, absolutely, surprise! They are surprise creatures.
this is just Odysseus. We blind them.
Sharpshooter.
We tell
Go
them
ahead.
we're no one. So that when
I mean, that 20.
we hit them,
Sick
For
rolls.
frig's sake, Jeff.
21.
21 hits.
no one is hurting me.
Thank goodness for that triple advantage.
Sharpshooter gives me a plus 10.
Give me some rolls here, y'all.
9.
Just
I
add
count
this
as
up real
hits?
quick. We got
Yes, if that was a thing that you were doing.
Yes.
Yes, go for it.
And my initiative was a big old 4.
Good lord.
13 for me.
Okay, Halo, your initiative.
Does Tice get to do a thing? Tice just wanted to look. Does Tice see anything?
You just see sheep grazing, and roll an
Sheep.
insight check, Titus.
Oh no. A great stat of mine.
The best looking sheep. there is.
17.
Wow.
You can tell that these things were clearly not hostile to you. You recognize a grumpy, stupid, angry creature. They weren't. All right.
Guys,
42 damage.
they weren't.
Now they are,
They weren't angry.
as they are blinded and hit with 42 damage.
You know what?
You two are the worst.
What?
Picked up a rock.
Titus-
Anecdotal
Titus
story.
wouldn't say this.
Anecdotal story of this thing beating the crap out of Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Cyclops
Everything.
picking up a big rock.
Yeah.
Everything
I'm
in
taking
here
it.
has determined everything a hostile.
Titus wants to fight things. He
An
wouldn't
arrow
say
just
that.
launches
I'm
right
saying
into
this.
the arm of this thing. It kind of drops the rock, goes "Ugh," like this. We
I'm
are
saying
now.
you're making a bad decision. Titus
officially in
said, "Woo,
combat."
kill.
I think ultimately this would have ended up a fight, or at best, some sort of weird trick that we had to do in order to not fight them. So you know what? Just
We should beat them at rock, paper,
scratch it.
scissors.
Just scratch it.
All right, let's roll some. Oh, I already did
That's
that.
probably all we had to do is beat them at rock, paper, scissors.
Whatever,
That
man.
Great.
Knowing our history with rock, paper, scissors, we would have lost.
All right, Helio. Top of the round. That was your ready to action. That was your initiated combat action. You got your ready to action, and you got your ready to insight / perception to look around. Helio, top of the round.
Alright, another arrow to this
Go for it.
guy.
This creature is still surprised, Helio, so you have advantage on this. Is that only
He does anyways because they're both blind.
There you go. You got advantage. Go Elven accuracy. Nice. That'll
That's-
hit.
That's a hit.
That'll do.
Sneak it up, brother. Do some damage. Oh,
That's a
that
good
might
one.
be the best sneak roll I've ever seen. 10, 19, 24, 8, 35. Holy frig.
I feel like
You forgot this one.
I don't think so, did I?
Did you?
Did?
Oh, damn, I didn't call sharpshooter.
Oh.
41
before you
damage,
do
though.
something, you just say,
Alright.
all things.
Alright,
Titus has so many things.
but it's a new feat. I'm not thinking.
That is true.
Bonus action. Do I still get advantage on my bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
blind.
They're blind. It's
Advantage on
permanent advantage.
everything.
Crit.
Crit.
Nice.
That's 10 plus 6. It's another 16 damage.
You're doing it.
And
You're
I'm
doing
also moving
it. Away
to...
or close or behind a boulder.
Well, they're blind, so...
Yeah. I like
5,
that.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Quick, hide.
You go far enough away.
Hide.
you get
And
disadvantage.
I'm also going to take the hide cutting action.
Go ahead, roll stealth.
If you
I would hate for these blind.
You never know.
close to you.
I want them like super disadvantaged.
if you get super far
30.
away, do you not get disadvantage with your bow?
They see you.
They see
Glimmer.
they're blind and they got a 30 stealth.
They see you. They see you with their god senses.
Glimmer to you.
You
To
went
me.
too far away. They only became nearsighted. Never mind.
We just need a glass now. Not glasses. Just the
It's a
one.
single one. She's monocle.
Mm-mm-mm.
They'll be so stylish. Yeah.
Bowler cap.
A different character would 100% make them a top hat. Many of the characters I've created would do that type.
Sorry, I can't cutting action hide because I took my bonus action to
Unless it's a
attack.
kobold. If it's a kobold, I will give that kobold a higher top hat. If it
Okay.
deserves it.
Glimmer.
My kobolds have so many things. They have so much. So much so that they need their
Just
own
a vicious
character
mockery, I
sheet
think,
of all of
on
the
this
bullshit
fella.
I do.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
That's a big ol' 8.
There you go.
It's been so long.
7 psychic damage.
Got to use real nice. Is blindness a concentration?
Yep.
Anything else, Glimmer?
Mm.
You're still You're not mounted.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
And now that I've done that,
Oh, maintaining concentration on blindness.
yeah.
I see. Got it.
Now that I've moved up there, about I fly way over here.
Get out of here! This is my hide spot.
That's right. Gather in the corner.
This
I'm gonna
one
get a rock right
uses
to the
up his
face.
turn, becoming unsurprised as you guys scare the shite out of them,
Wow, we got it.
and
Yeah, 'cause
unsurprised.
they weren't
End of
gonna
their turn,
hurt
they can
us.
make those saving throws again.
End of their turn. Thank you. Not disadvantage or anything. Okay. The first one that you guys have already hurt, an 8. The other one, a 4. Both of them are still blind. Titus.
What level is that?
I, Suzanne, feel bad for hurting
I
these
also
things.
feel
bad.
Titus
Third
doesn't
level
feel
caster.
bad at all.
No, he doesn't.
35.
You get advantage automatically because it is
Reckless
blind.
attack, beautiful.
There's no like auto crit. It's just advantage.
Yeah, it's just
okay.
advantage.
Are you recklessing or anything, Sue?
I'm great weapons mastering. But I'm
Yeah.
not recklessing, because what's the point? That would give me double advantage. I don't
Okay,
need
got
that. 17 first,
17 hits.
and the second one is... Oh, not as good, 15.
15 hits.
Okay.
This is gonna be scary.
Stocky
Well, it's
boys.
a base... If I hit with both, it's already a base... 34. 35, 40, 43.
I should really.
That
do
was terrible rolls.
What?
Oh, I shouldn't. Be. Sharpshooter's
43.
better than my vicious.
Got it.
30,
Rapier.
35, 40, 45.
Okay. Sid.
Because I'm hasted.
Okay. Yes. Right.
And with advantage because he's blind.
Okay.
Attack number 1 is a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Shit damage is a 6.
6 total damage on Cyclops number
You
2.
guys probably could have
Attack
told us the
number
way
two.
out of here.
Not the
Could have directed
It is
us.
high in the 20s.
Not
so
too
it's
bad
max damage of 8
intelligent.
plus 5, which is
Intelligent enough to play rock, paper,
points of
scissors.
damage. Followed by my
I mean, I can teach a
third attack, which is 18 to
3-year-old
hit.
to play rock, paper, scissors
Hits.
too.
11 points of damage. Guess what? Followed by my 4th attack. Oh, bam!
Why do you have 4 attacks?
Because I'm hasted. And that's 10 damage.
All right.
Can you tell me what my total is? Because Titus always gets the big numbers, but I want to have them just once.
40 points of
40
slashing
points.
damage as you guys
Now
watch
just wait till you
Sid.
pull off this haste combo on a dragon. Add that extra 3d6 with every attack.
With-
Then you'll beat
I'll have to
Titus.
concentrate on flying everyone, but
Ignore
give
that.
It up, give it up to kill a dragon in one
Ignore
shot.
that and get
One
haste.
shot Tiamat.
You're gonna get one round
Slice up that head. Slice up that head.
where the dragon won't be flying. I guarantee you.
Okay.
well, it's still popping up out of hell.
Gravel. Look at you, Evan.
Wrong.
All right.
Tap dance.
Tap dance.
For real though.
What?
You'll see.
He's been strategizing for months.
Yeah. This was the whole
No,
thing.
not at all. It was just
Top
the
of the
new
round.
spell.
Elio.
Sharpshooter.
Booger is just literally being made to taunt the dragons. What makes you look stupid? When you
21.
do that? You look dumb, dragons.
Assuming 21 hits.
Yes, definitely.
It's a
It's all
swell
sharpshooter.
ability, and
He's
I
good
can't
to
wait
go.
try
He's got
it out.
sharpshooter
That's not fair.
plus a wicked
That's another good
14, 18, 23, 6, 9, 34 plus whatever your mods are.
God behind that one.
one. That's a solid 50.
On which one was it? The original one that you killed? 50. You watch as an arrow goes right through the eye, blood and viscera gore just goes everywhere as its head explodes with the power of this crossbow, and he just falls right over.
Do I see any gems?
Glimmer.
Fly by?
Bonus action.
Yep.
Bonus action. Ka-chow.
Ah, so close.
Yes.
That's 9.
Need to take those 3 levels in fighter.
Action surge.
Got it.
Ac- No.
Oh,
Get
dude,
champion.
What's that do for his purposes? What?
19 is a crit.
Crit range on.
Oh, yeah,
19,
yeah, yeah.
20.
Gotcha. All right, Glimmer. On to you. Vicious Mockery.
You bet.
Wisdom save is going to be a whopping 16.
Fail.
Thought so.
Cha.
Sneak at 7.
Maximum.
Let's go,
8
sit
psychic damage.
You do other helpful stuff, Glim.
You can just see this giant go. His friend is down, so he is going to, I'm assuming, with disadvantage, try to hit
Ringo.
Sid.
End of the turn, he makes a save. So
Okay,
yeah,
fair
disadvantage.
enough. So
Ringo.
disadvantage. He's going
Did
to
you not
roll
take
with
it
a
off when you knocked him over?
No.
I took it
You
off.
that
It's right
knocked him
there.
over?
13. Nope. So he comes down with his giant club and just you guys see as like the ground literally splits and cracks beneath the weight of this huge club that's basically a tree.
I just shuffle over
Sid
one step.
hardly even steps. Like he almost makes a mockery of it as he watches it hit and then just kind of steps over to the side afterwards. His second attack, same thing with only 18 with an 18. They have a lot of plus to hit. With an 18,
It's got a big
same thing,
swing.
just swings and Sid just kind of ducks as it goes around.
Very quickly.
And at the end of his turn, he makes another wisdom save,
Brandon.
which in this case is 15. Still blinded. Titus.
We misplayed this.
How so?
We
My-
should have talked to him. I thought so too, but
No.
No, he's
My sneak wouldn't have counted on my first 2 hits.
Yeah, because anytime you have advantage, you get sneak.
and you had advantage from blind.
Yeah. Usually you get advantage with the person standing next
Yeah.
to you, but that
yeah advantage
means sneak.
or someone standing next to an enemy gives you sneak.
Oh, I know the rogue. my
Need
friend.
advantage. Okay.
If there's one class I know somewhat well, it's the friggin' rogue.
19 and 26.
1926,
I
shockingly
recently
hit.
acquired blindness. Kind of for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's decent for what it does.
I mean, I have fairy fire for
Like,
that, but
what he just did against a dragon, like, would be insane with the things. Like, if you had blind,
45.
a lot harder to blind a dragon though. 45, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Just need to make
25,
the dragon
30,
fail a bunch
35,
of
40.
saves.
45. Got it? 45 total damage
what
as you
Otto's
watch Titus just come over
irresistible dance is for.
and literally do his jumping through the air, 2-hand slice, a huge gaping wound right down the center of this Cyclops. Anything else, Titus?
I used all my movement to get here.
Here
Still
you go,
blinded,
Sid.
right?
Just gonna sit here.
Cut him up, Sid. I want you to cut him up.
It's well into the 20s,
Hits.
so 11 points of damage. First
Okay.
one. 20 that time with... Ooh, another 8. So, what did we say? 8 plus 5 is 13. Ooh. That is 5, 6, and 8. Nope, 7. Thank you. 7 points of damage that time.
And the fourth.
last one is a... That is a 6. That is 19 to hit with 11 points of damage.
How much total damage is that?
3, okay, it's 5 times, 15, 35, 42. 42 points of
big
slashing
numbers.
damage.
This is what
As
big numbers
Sid-
feel like.
Sid has become an expert with his adept longsword that he is just brutalizing people with.
We high five on the battlefield.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, blood. Top of the round, Elio.
Titus has become very impressed.
You got
with
advantage.
these.
With the wand.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. Ship charter.
Ship shooter.
Ship charter. That hits for sure.
Choke.
All right, we got 6, 10, 18, 25. Plus your things.
25.
41.
41 points is enough to drop it as another crossbow bolt finds its way right in to the...
I like sharpshooter and triple advantage.
Everyone likes sharpshooter and great weapon master, which is why I ban it at level 1.
But I'll be taking it at 6.
Which is why, what did you say?
Which is why I ban it at level 1.
You can't
No.
get it as like a variant.
No
is
variant
that-
human sharpshooter or great weapon master.
Well, I'm
Plus 10 damage kills pretty much anything at level
Right.
1.
for the next
I don't know.
50.
I
Yeah, but
took
you gotta have a pretty
sharpshooter
solid
at level 1
seconds.
at,
I will run around to
Zach's
every
campaign
sheep
and couldn't
Yeah.
hit
to see
a
if they
thing.
have a
You
gem
gotta
on
really
them.
have
You don't find
pretty
I
it.
don't
good
think I ever
attack
killed
bonus.
anything.
Yeah.
to use it. And at level 1, you typically don't.
Boop. Concentrate no more. Let's
I
go
will
have a
search-
look in the pool.
I've checked all the sheep. None of them have a dime.
Along the pool, you see nothing. It appears to be a rather shallow drinking pond, more than anything. You can, with the sun high above, you can see it's kind of like it's not like crystal
How are
clear
the sheep?
Caribbean water,
Mm.
but it's like a 2 foot, 3 foot deep, like at its center.
Hmm.
It's not mucky, murky, gross, but it's not crystal clear. But there's nothing inside.
You can have a drink, girl. Let everyone else search.
It's not in the
Okay.
water, and it's not on the sheep.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the water. I don't see it. I haven't gone
Is it
in and
on either
started
of their corpses?
mucking
It's on
around.
neither of the Cyclops corpses.
I'm gonna start checking the sheep.
I'll check
see if
the
they have like a
platform.
collar with a.
Already did that, and as you do, you find nothing.
Up on the plateau.
Up to the plateau, you find nothing.
I start bringing all the sheep onto the plateau.
It's a
roll
giant
animal
weight
handling.
switch.
Sure.
Can it be something like my freaking athletics? Because my animal handling is not
No, it's
good.
pretty much the definition of animal handling.
That would be a 15.
I mean, unless you force
You're doing a
them to
pretty
pick
good
them
job
up.
of herding these sheep. You're doing it really quickly too, as your haste hasn't worn off yet. Come on, come on, come on. You're like literally running back.
The sheep are running in the direction because they fear you. You're moving too fast. It's unsettling. What happens when all the sheep get on the platform? Anything?
Nothing.
Now that all the sheep are organized.
Titus will wade through the pool looking and also cleaning himself. And the sword.
While this is happening, I'm spending this entire time ritually casting Detect Magic.
Fair enough.
If they haven't found anything in 10 minutes,
Can
it's
I
happening.
roll an inspection for this area? Just thoroughly check it for this thing.
You can roll
Check
inspection.
Rocks and
Does Titus see anything while he's bathing
Nope.
in the pool?
Sick.
inspection, investigation. I mean.
Yeah, I
Eight.
said inspection. But you don't find anything.
Inspector roll.
Everybody's just kind of cleaning their swords, herding sheep, and Glimmer is sitting there ritually casting for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. Spell Detect Magic. Which I'm going to need to read. Although I'm pretty sure I know how this
Tells
is.
them the location in the school,
Yeah.
if there is one.
Sense the presence of magic within 30 feet
Of you?
of me.
Does it last for a while?
I think it's 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes?
Yeah, concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so you're gonna have to walk
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna-
whole thing.
Check out my sheep first. I've organized them so that they're all in a plateau for you.
Check Titus's bathing pool.
Does Titus have one of those like old-fashioned like swimsuits that's like got the
Yeah,
black
he
and
just
white stripes that he's just
Permanently wears underneath.
got the little butt flaps on the back. This is what all the dwarves wear.
I mean, I 100% see Titus doing that. I don't know how well Titus can swim. Titus can
Okay.
barely swim.
Glimmer, when you finish
He's not
finish
fancy.
casting this,
Mm.
you are nearly blinded
Ah!
by
The light.
magic in literally every direction. The pond in front of you is glowing and would be, I don't know my schools of magic well enough, you guys.
Probably an illusion.
I feel like everything Not everything is an illusion, but there should be a lot of illusion here. This place is.
Guys, did you know this maze is magic?
Yes.
Glimmer, do you need to borrow my sunglasses?
What's transmutation? Is that like the changing of things?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And abjuration is
Protection.
Protection.
Conjuration.
Is bringing things like
Summoning.
Summoning.
Like, if you want to summon, like, fairies or demons or stuff like that.
Protection on the
Yeah.
sheet. Are they protected?
You sense faint conjuration on the pool, enchantment. I don't know. Freaking
You don't
know,
have to
guys.
define
like,
it as.
Yeah, like I mean, it's a magic maze, right?
Mm.
So everything's more or less magic. Basically, what I'm saying is the pool is like magically fed, more or less. It's like the Cyclops both have a shimmering. I'm assuming you're walking around.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So as you walk near the Cyclopses, you kind of sense that there is enchantment, conjuration. Like there's just tons of magic all over the Cyclops corpses. Even still, there is magic in this rock specifically. That rock is like magic. And
If he was walking over there, I was going to inspect that closely, but I can't lift a rock that big. Levitate that sucker, and then drop it and smash it.
Alright, well.
What does mine look like? If I hold them out to Glimmer, what do my stones look like? Are they magic?
yes, definitely,
The two
they're
that I
glowing.
hold?
Yeah, if you hold them up and glimmer.
Are they
with them-
glowing the same color?
Yes.
What glows that color? The rock?
Just the rock bearer resemblance in
A
magic.
fainter version of the same aura.
Okay.
So maybe we're just gonna throw it at us and open it and be like, get out.
Maybe.
Well, now they're dead.
I feel like.
I think it's in this rock.
Hulk smash.
Well, now they're dead.
What does do?
Can you not make it fly and drop it from a large...
I mean, I could do a variety of things.
We can't attack a rock.
Oh, we certainly can. Titus, together, you and I.
Yeah, get to it, Titus.
Man, I
Strong
like
man.
Sid. I did a good job on him. I like that.
Okay, I thought you were complimenting my character. like, wow, he's a really dynamic guy.
Man, I really like Sid. He looks so good. Just start
It's
hacking.
like you really made an intriguing
Okay.
character, like a tragic
What are you
backstory.
guys planning on doing? Hitting him with your sword?
I don't know.
We
Maybe
were told
it's
to hit the
maybe
sword.
it's paper mache.
It's
Try to hit the rock
Give it a
You guys all start hitting a
Give it a
rock.
swing or two.
recklessly. Even with recklessly.
You guys are going to break your swords.
I was
Dull
planning
them.
to use his club somehow.
Look. They're magic swords. If they break by hitting a
11.
rock, they're crap swords.
11 is the lowest, and 23 is the highest. I assume a rock doesn't. Can a rock fight back?
The rock doesn't fight back, to your knowledge, and all you do is ting your blade against a rock.
I'm just trying to use the club and kind of just like smash it up against them.
You start to chip off splinters of wood from the wooden club against this
Not
rock.
working.
Rock
Do
beats
better.
wood.
Do bet.
Rock, paper, wood, rock.
What do you
I
want?
take out a sheet of paper and I throw it on the rock.
Nothing happened.
I pick it up and put it back in the bag.
Inspiration.
Can you imagine? That's beautiful.
Clever.
That's hilarious.
I make sure no one saw that.
That would have been my favorite answer to a puzzle
Exactly why
ever.
I hate wizards.
Just put a piece of paper on a
Paper
rock,
beats rock.
and it just explodes. Can you not levitate it? Legit
I'm
above
looking
game
at
test
my
question.
I
options.
turn to Titus. I say, Titus, would you be able to help me flip it? Maybe it's just on the underside.
Athletics?
I'm feeling really pumped because I have
Roll
a
the
+10 to
sucker.
athletics and so do you.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're just
I'll help.
super
I
athletic.
get advantage on athletics.
Wham. It was a nat 1 on my part. I do throw out my back just a little bit, but I cover it up and no one sees.
Is this all athletics?
Yeah, if you're, yep, athletics check. For sure.
This is my new move.
One of the few things that
Elegant maneuver.
Very elegant.
That's a 16.
26.
Do we flip that
This is a
out?
very heavy rock. You do manage to roll it. It's not a sphere, so it's one of those like, and then there's that threshold point when suddenly the
lifting
weight
it out of the
shifts,
earth.
it kind of falls over. So yeah,
there a rock on the bottom?
It's purple.
We found the pink rock. There's nothing. It's just a rock in a different shape.
All right. Here's my last option. Is this rock heavier than 500 pounds?
It is heavier than 500 pounds.
All right. Red options.
No. It says 500 pounds in the book. I'll say it's 500 pounds right on.
Okay. I cast levitate on the boulder.
Which one are you going to smash it on?
It floats up 20 feet in the air. I fly up and just start to nudge it over here.
On top of the other rock?
We all just kind of...
And then, and then I dismiss levitate.
When you do, it hits off here and rolls this direction about this far. And as it does, it just sits there on the ground. And then suddenly, snaps in half and goes and opens.
Tastes great. If you want to
Inside,
pull all the rocks.
you can see
Give me the shots.
nestled inside the center of it is a very familiar looking gem.
Yeah, they were just gonna give it to us.
You don't know that.
We don't.
No. I accept this as canon. Titus believes that these things were just going to give it to us. You guys are mean, but it's fine. He likes to kill things. It's whatever.
Whatever.
What color do I get now?
This one's purple.
I just wanted to cast haste and kill something. I didn't want it to be this way.
I like that this
Whatever,
is the one
man.
time they wouldn't have hurt us.
You guys
Using spells
obviously
Probably.
leave this area, I assume.
Yeah, you're
with your thing.
very
I'll take my. I'll take
As a
my.
spellcaster, I appreciate that.
Or the the foam. Yeah, whatever those are. Rock thing. My platforms. All my work, please. I think. Should we just call it there anyway, you guys? Is that a good place to end? It's 10 o'clock. We can either. You guys can try a few more rooms, or.
Probably do one more.
I wouldn't mind solving the one we're in, but
Yeah, if we can.
Yeah, I'd say try one more step,
Okay.
one more path.
Got it.
I mean, we've knocked out, assumedly, 3 of the 7 challenges already. At this point, we're running out of...
Leaving, you come back to what you expected.
what do you think the odds are that in the pearl flower room that she just picked the right one, and you actually have to specifically find the right flower? Because there were multiples.
She didn't do it right, though, somehow, because when she went back, it had not illuminated an extra path.
These don't either.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't eliminate path. It
Why?
eliminates
My
a
brain
flower.
just keeps
Skipping.
autofilling that. Yeah, it's just like, but if you can leave, it's definitely new.
North,
Technically,
west,
Jeff's turn again.
southwest.
I think it's
all
Jeff's turn.
off.
I picked west, right?
Mhm. North, west, and southwest have all been tried.
Jeff, it is your turn to pick a.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Do we want to give input and then Jeff can pick, or do we want to just let Jeff pick by himself?
What's your reasoning, Jeff? What's
Well,
your
which ways
flawed
have we gone?
reasoning?
We have gone north, west, and southwest.
As far as in this room, and
Yes.
if we're looking for a pattern, our first one was north, our second one was northeast,
Yeah.
our third was south.
I think we should go east or south. I don't. I mean, maybe not though. But the
In
first
this
one.
room, where have we gone?
North, west, southwest.
So pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. South was the previous one that we did, so I don't know. It could double as far as we know.
I definitely think you can go the same way.
Where was the entrance from the third room?
The third one was south.
So south
The
was
correct
the
answer
correct
was
answer of
south.
the last one that we just did. So I would assume it's not the same, but
Some rocks on the right.
Did we go southwest yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Have we gone west yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, those reasonings are out.
West, southwest, and north have all been traveled thus far.
This one? No. This one?
We've done this one, and this one.
No.
Unfortunately, this is the room where if we pick a new answer and it is not the correct answer, it is one of the trials, because everything we've walked through so far.
I'm gonna get up on top of the sundial.
Okay.
Have a different view from up here.
All right.
Anything change?
It is high.
Can I pick a direction?
Halio jumps on top of the sundial. The instant he does, vanishes. He's gone. As soon as his foot touches the rim of the sundial, he's gone.
Hello.
Oh, damn.
And he doesn't disappear.
Hello.
We should follow him.
I don't know.
I say, God,
We
damn.
shouldn't be alone.
Do you
hold
think
on,
it's a
hold
reset
on.
that she never discovered?
Possibly. It could be something to do with the fact that the dial itself is janky and multi-dimensional.
It's clearly one of three things. He's either teleported out, it's the out button. He's
Teleported in.
Teleported
It's the in button.
it's the in button. Or he's gone to a terrible place, in which case we shouldn't leave him alone.
I say give him a couple rounds.
Give him a moment. Because
You
if
already have done that. I'm counting.
Yeah. Give him a moment, because if it's out and we all follow him and we go out, we lose all these stupid freaking gems that we bled for.
But we know the directions.
We know the
Sorry.
directions.
No. No.
Well, we have to redo the trials.
No, you don't. You just walk in the right directions. Sorry.
Yeah,
no
but
matter.
it's yeah, but the gems.
What
we
he's
lose
saying
the
is we
gems
walk in the right
if
directions,
that's
yes,
have
but once we get back to
importance.
this room, if we go in the wrong path, like say if we walk back into the armor place, we would have to repeat the trial.
Or in the future, when we get to other sundial rooms,
Yes.
if we take the wrong path, we'll have to redo the trials.
Don't worry, Halio's fine.
I'm sure.
Hasn't been a minute
Neither
yet.
Titus nor I think we should
It has
leave
been 1
Alio.
minute.
We gotta go.
Alio is weak.
If he's gonna be back, he would have been back by now.
Sid rushes forward and touching disappears.
Do you want to stay? I will give you the stones.
Fine, give them to me.
I give her all 3 stones and I step on and disappear.
Disappeared. Clover stands there by herself. I don't want to go to them until we let me know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Are you sitting there
that
for 20
gives
minutes?
an
Are you
answer.
and then going? Are you sitting there for 20 minutes and then trying to solve it on your own? Are you just let me know what you're doing and
I'm
we'll
gonna
go?
How
sit
long
here
do you
for a few
think-
more minutes.
We all die.
How long do you think it would take us to get here, basically? Because we know the answers. So if we
I'm
went
gonna
out,
sit here for like 2 more minutes.
if we went out, we would come back.
At the end of 2 minutes, what do you do?
These stupid people. I ain't helping them get these back. The old sundial.
Rewind. Halio pops into existence.
Simon-
Tiamat.
Simultaneously, you all appear at a sundial that has shadows pointing in every direction. Glimmer, you expect frustration from Halio. You guys expect anything. But as far as Halio is aware, he appeared here simultaneously at the exact same moment in time that you did. As far as you're aware, you brought them all with you. Because they all just appeared.
welcome.
For what?
The
Getting
sundial,
us here.
the sundial now glows a faint blue arcane hue to its gold.
For
Do you
what?
still
What
have-
did you do? What happened? Where are we?
Do you still have the gems?
I brought you all here.
All the gems.
I jumped on the sundial.
What's going on?
When did you pass your gems?
I just
After
furrowed
you
brow.
disappeared.
What do you mean when I disappeared?
It's almost as bad as Faye.
What is even happening?
I mean, this place doesn't give me bad dreams.
So
All the shadows are here now, and the thingy is glowing.
we can't even.
Where's
assume
the
that we made
obelisk
right
tower
choice.
thing?
I don't know what happened.
Can we
The
see
tower is now right here.
I want to put the gems on the glow.
What about the actual sundial itself?
It's
The
glowing.
sundial is very clearly pointing straight back at you, as it was when you originally entered the maze.
Well then.
We had gone up to examine the sundial before, right? This is the first time that this ever happened.
You had gone up to examine the sundial before.
Okay, and we didn't magically teleport at that time, so it was something to do with the wonky.
Yes.
And he climbed onto it specifically. We'd never climbed on it before. We looked at it.
Did it happen as soon as he got to the actual sundial, or was it just as soon
No,
as he
the,
stepped
so
on
the
the
sundial
As soon
is
as he
basically like a
stepped on
base
the-
circle
Yeah,
of
as soon
gold
as he
with a
stepped
plate,
here.
and as soon as his foot boot made contact with the gold, he disappeared.
Other than the glowing sundial
Yes,
and the shadows,
yes,
this looks the same as the first one.
it looks
The
identical.
sundial is in the same position as...
Correct. Casting shadows.
Okay,
Sun-
I suggest we go in the same directions from the beginning. Because I think
I suggest we just go north, yeah. I agree with that.
This is as good as anything else we have.
Okay, sure. I'm confused.
You guys all walk past the sundial out
Wait.
through the north passage.
Should we touch it on the way back?
No.
Just a little tip.
Titus does.
I mean, Titus did earlier try and offer his stones to the thing.
Right? Nothing happened. But did you touch it, like, since you've been here, did you touch it?
No. I mean, Titus put a stone on it. If that did nothing, he picks the stone back up. Unless he accidentally
No,
touches it.
no, puts a,
He does
no,
not
that's fine.
touch it
Puts a
on
stone on
purpose.
it, nothing happens. Alright, and you guys walk it here. Path curves off, you lose sight of the glowing sundial behind you, and you come to another area, which is just a large square. And this one is a hedge maze, properly.
Oh, it's the bull.
And you're now at the entrance to
On guard.
a hedge maze.
I'm listening for the rumble, and I'm going to shoot
Yeah.
the thing
Prepare
that's
an
coming
action
out.
to hit.
Spread out!
You all prepare an action.
Stand
You
to the side
spread
of the
out as you hear
mist.
this boom, boom, and you hear this, and suddenly through the thing, I need you all to roll initiative. You won't be. He won't get a surprise attack on you because you're all so totally prepared.
Are you
So let's
on
just straight
Glimmer?
up roll
Are you
initiative.
on your Pegasus?
Yeah, I'm always on my Pegasus.
So now we'll have the bull. I think we get out of this, we should just stand on it again. Just keep standing on it. Touch the thing. So this clearly was a, like, skip path. We found a cheat code.
You guys are in a
Or we
large
broke it.
square.
I'm confused as hell.
I don't know, we did this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then and now we're here. We've gone north, and north is bad. North is the thing we haven't
Squeeze in here.
gone to. I'm very curious, though. I wanted it to be the one we haven't seen that we don't know of. Which one it is?
What's the final room?
I want to know.
How we went two different directions.
This is gonna be a friggin' nightmare. Because I can only really draw it as you guys.
Yeah, we're not going in yet. We're killing things.
Yeah, it's coming out to us, isn't it? Come on.
Let us kill things first, and then we can draw. Are we all... Where are we right now?
Touch
We're
is
all
standing right
in...
beside it to be like, as soon as it came out.
Yeah, but we're probably all in single file here.
Surely you can stand beside the entrance if it's this wide. It's a hedge maze that you come upon in a path. You'll have ruling in a minute.
Are the walls that seem to be thicker than those?
Yeah.
Have you memorized this maze?
Nope. I mean, of course, I'm a very dedicated DM.
Oh, you're just making a maze.
No.
You're just making one up, guys.
No.
There's not even an exit to this maze because he hasn't tried.
Oh, whoops.
See, I told you.
Sure. That is the maze.
Imagine if
From
we all
the
just stay and fight here.
So, right here, this is pretty much where you guys are. And a friggin' bull comes charging straight through here. And you said spread out. Like, what did you guys do?
I would charge straight towards the thing.
I guess, roll initiative. Hit me.
11.
23.
24.
23.
I have higher dex, don't I?
Oh my goodness.
No,
So
we
we
have the
got
same dex, never
friggin'
mind.
Haley was first, yeah?
Yes,
24. Glimmer, who has the higher dex between you and
It's
Tyler?
a tie.
It's a tie.
All
You
right.
want to go first? You
Roll
want to
your
go second?
D, whatever.
Alright, let's do it.
D20 off.
D20 off.
Higher number wins it.
Ha!
2.
3!
Wow.
Glimmer ties and yours was? Alright. Anyhow, you see a bull magically not bust through this hedge and cause it damage, but almost teleport through it, charging straight at you. You see the horns emerge, and you're ready to do something.
If we're gonna do something.
So it's here.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Not-
it's just
not here.
it's just emerging from that nearest green hedge. So its horns are coming out of here towards Titus.
This is a 5-foot
Correct.
path.
Yes.
Cunning action disengage. I will hold my action to fire upon this
You
bull
already see his horns, so go ahead and do it. It's like head has emerged from
when
the...
he is within range of Titus.
I understand.
He gets moved.
Got it. All right, Glimmer.
Well, I'm gonna get some air.
This is a 10-foot high
Yeah.
maze. How high do you go?
No, 5 feet.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start zooming along. 20, disengage. 25, 30, 35, which is 70. $75. Okay.
What are you doing? Why? Can you see above
Hmm?
the hedge maze? Or you're
No.
flying at 5 feet?
I'm
Glimmer has intentionally, to my knowledge, not gone above the hedge maze
correct.
for probably intelligent purposes. All right, Glimmer. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Titus.
Well, let me just step up and hit this thing.
Do it.
But
As your
first,
ancestors
do you
would
get
say.
a
Yes.
attack?
There you go.
Because I've stepped in range?
Got him.
15.
It'll hit.
Nice.
No, it won't. What am I talking about? No, it doesn't even freaking come close.
Doesn't even come.
No, that doesn't hit.
Oh, that would have been a beautiful one.
An arrow flies past your face.
One is 14, so it won't hit. The other one is 20 a lot.
Hate bullets.
20 a lot will hit.
Hate bullets. Such PTSD.
20.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you.
21 damage.
They're one of my favourites. I got high AC, leading one big attack. It's very fun.
I can guarantee you there's bullets in the dungeon.
I moved away.
Perfect.
That was my turn. I am done.
I'm sure Fizzo
your
would seem
mobile
like him
means
just as
no.
much as they want.
He doesn't get an opportunity to talk. Can't touch this.
All right. It exits through here, stopping its charge as its target has now disappeared. Looks to the left, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as this crystalline white-gray breath just kind of plumes out towards you.
Constitution?
Yes, Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
19.
19 passes. Perception check, please.
Sick.
12.
Strange paragon success. On a success, where are we? On a success, the effect ends with oh no, it doesn't even affect it. Okay, good. Then you, my friend, is done, and it's gonna go and disappear into the maze, such that none of you can see it.
Bye.
Sid.
What's after medium? Huge?
It's
Large,
medium large.
then huge.
Then
Then.
huge.
Oh, is it gone?
Yeah.
It left.
Disappeared.
It came out and
kind
went,
of disappeared.
and then it ran through the hedge maze.
But it doesn't do any damage, so we can't just follow through.
Little bastard. I had plans for you. Oh.
Unfortunately, not anymore.
Well then. Gosh darn. Oh, 5, 10. Still don't see it. There's no hole in the maze, right?
As it charges through the hedge, does it leave a hole, or does the hedge?
No. It doesn't even. It's like it's phasing through it.
It's like it's a ghost.
You can touch it, and it is well kept, thick hedge.
Mm.
But it is managing
Why
to
did you decide to come with me?
pass through.
30 here. Do I have
Titus
a...
follows Glimmer. I'm sorry.
Is there a line of sight
Yeah.
Glimmer is-
from here?
Yeah, actually, you can see the corner of it right there, like through here. Yep. So you can see it.
There he is.
You can see as he gets back there, Sid. You can see him. He's just kind of you look around the corner just as he's kind of done this, like he's kind of back here, going, and it's like,
Circling around.
like kicking up dirt kind of thing, getting ready to go again.
That was the DM acting like a charging bull. It was very.
For all zero
The
viewers,
DM
theatrical.
acts like a charging bull to represent the enemy.
I've been called worse things, you guys. Charging bull Ingram over here.
And I will use my bonus.
Last call for cookies?
Wait, no.
Cookies, anyone?
Oh, I gotta try one. I haven't had one of these yet.
No, thank you.
I don't know. I've had like 4.
That was a 16 to hit.
No.
16 doesn't hit,
Why
Polish.
did last call? We're not moving yet.
No, I don't know. To really put the onus on
That's it,
people.
okay.
Yeah, it was movement dash.
Top of the round, Elio.
Section.
Hello.
Are you gonna tell
Hello.
us?
5,
Get some
Did you see it?
10. I ignore half and 3/4 cover.
Then you can hit it.
Sharpshooter.
Do it.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
It's beautiful.
Okay, do the thing.
Here's the thing.
now here's
Ones.
6 ones. Yep. Traditional Jeff.
Okay, 9, 10, 11, 17, 18, 19, 24, 27.
So 54.
Double 54.
54.
Plus.
Plus 6
10.
plus 10. That's 70 damage.
Got him.
That was a very good arrow with a magical bow.
It is, thanks to this recent purchase.
Oh, bonus action.
Bonus action.
Wow.
Sadly, you can't get 2 sneaks, but.
That's,
4.
That's 8 more damage. Eat it! It's 78 damage. And with that, now he can
That's
see
pretty
me
nice.
wherever I go. I'm gonna come over here and hide behind this hedge. But not actually hide. Just out of my line of
At any
sight.
point in time, have either of you yelled that we're hitting this thing?
Glimmer.
Well,
Take a
then,
look. I'm just gonna fly around.
Titus will not be
You
coming.
kind of hear a general like ching, ching.
I mean, you probably heard this thing cry out in pain as I stabbed it through its jugular with my arrow. Twice.
Roll the D.
That's the thing is, like, I need to know if Titus heard.
I'm slowly flying through this maze looking for a gem.
Roll perception.
28.
You are supremely confident that you have not seen one yet.
I'll continue to look around.
Okay. Still see nothing. Still see nothing.
do
You
I
see
see-
an exit.
Oh, that's
Yep,
good.
You see an exit right there.
Mental note.
No.
Okay. I haven't done any action yet, so let's dash.
I mean, you should look behind here. You can't see behind that.
Okay, fine.
There you go.
Anything over here?
Nothing.
There you go,
Yeah.
back. Can't move.
60. 85, 90. Have I seen anything yet?
No.
Oh,
No.
No, all the way here. And
Nope.
then back
No.
here.
No gems. Nope.
Okay.
Can I add my sharpshooter to my bonus action? I can only do it once per
Hmm?
round.
No, you can sharpshooter every
I
time.
did a sharpshooter my first attack.
Every time.
Titus.
You do
Sharpshooter my
that.
second attack.
Titus does Great Weapon Master every time.
Titus does all the things.
What?
All the things. Has Titus heard?
It could have been 18 more damage,
Should I
guys.
roll and see if Titus heard
You can hear
that?
general commotion towards the middle of the maze, or that way in the maze.
Had I sharpshooted my bonus
20, 25,
shot,
30,
it'd be plus 10.
35.
You see it.
on my 8 damage.
Oh. Just like an
It
extra
also
damage.
helps that you see Aelio around the corner being like, he's that way.
Okay. Great Weapons Master hit the thing. For 19, 16.
16 will not hit. The 19 will.
11, 28 damage.
You drop him as these 2 arrows bedded deep into its
You just
now
did a good job.
carcass.
Just the feathers
Titus.
sticking out.
Titus is having a raised opinion of you. Because Titus only values things that can hurt, and Glimmer, who he finds very uncomfortable.
Almost ready for Blitzball, but not quite.
He finds Glimmer wildly uncomfortable and is drawn to her and after.
Cut that beast open.
Pull out its tongue. Does it have a gem embedded in there?
No tongue gem.
I mean, I'm just gonna start
Start
destroying
carving?
this thing.
You start hacking it and it just falls apart. Like you're cutting it apart, carving it. It is has very like armored plated scales about it. It's a giant bull, an armored bull basically. But you can manage to slowly cut its limbs off and stuff if that's what you're going for. And you do so. After 1 minute, the body just goes everything just sparkles away, leaving no blood or anything. The blood even just sparkles away on the ground.
Is there a heart container?
Wander the maze.
Yeah, spread out. Oh damn, spread out!
And because of Haleo yelling, "Oh damn, spread out," you guys once again are not surprised. But I need you to roll initiative.
So we have to find it then.
What is going on here? Ah, fudge.
19.
Haleo's not even a 1.
21.
7.
Want to roll for Glimmer?
Roll one.
Actually, let's call it there. Yeah.
Can I keep my good initiative?
The dispersed, absolutely. So we'll remember. I'll just leave it right like this.
Having got a 21.
Great. Oh wow. What did you have? You had a 21 as well.
21.
I think he has higher dex though.
He's got a +3.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna leave this
plus
like.
3.
Well, that was fun, Brandon. Jeez Louise.
Guys, you are like
So intrigued by
doing
what's
so
happening.
well, so much better than could have been. I'm
It's
so
good
happy.
to know because I still don't know what's happening at all.
I'm surprised. So, what did they say on YouTube? Like, just avoid this?
Not on
maze
YouTube,
altogether?
but just like forums and stuff. They basically say instead of doing Xonthal's tower, just make your own kind of wizard tower thing because this one's so poorly written. And I mean, I can see what they're saying, but the slight few clues that I gave through Esmeralda at the start, I was like, I think this will be enough because my players are intelligent. Sure enough, you guys are.
So
you guys
she wasn't written in the book.
No, not at all.
Our giant hint dump.
You don't just have an exposition person. It's always so helpful in there.
People online are literally like, this is one of the worst parts of the entire thing. It's clear that they just were getting crushed for time at the end. And we're like, oh, we don't have enough material. Make something up, quick. And it was Xonthal's tower. They said that about the mission to Thay as well, which I totally agreed with. And was like, let's just get this done in the last
This
20.
is super fun. I'm
You
really
guys,
enjoying.
You guys are.
I know.
I'm
I'm
also
really
having a
enjoying
great time.
this.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't skip this one.
And it's traditional.
I can understand why people would skip Faye though, because
Yeah.
we did so badly.
Yeah. I mean,
We made no
It
progress.
seems like it's really hard to do well there. So.
yeah.
was-
This. I'm also having a really good time.
Well, I
You
mean,
guys are
unless
doing
you're
it.
all.
Well, thanks for
really-
watching, guys. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. That's
Same channel.
Mondays at
Same people.
6-ish.
6.
Should be around.
No one even watched.
Okay, bye.
Come watch this static shot of a mat.